Yo, 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 1 2 1 2. Here we are. Here
Yes,
we
sir.
are.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Here we
sir.
are. Here we are. Here we are, man. So, basically, look. I mean, obviously, this is going to be a very busy weekend. But I thought that we probably wouldn't have time to talk about because I want to talk about the players, and we probably won't have any time apart from this Thursday because obviously next week is going to be crazy. The week after is going to be crazy because Tuesday UCL, Wednesday UCL, Thursday Europa complete the sets. Next week the second. As I thought, look, this is probably the best time to come into this. So look, man, we're just going to vibe out, talk about players, and of course we might delve a little bit onto your boy Shay, which look I don't
Yeah,
know how much
that's
this
the
is.
main event, man. Yeah, that's the main event.
Barry. That is not the main
Shannon, Bannon, Cannon,
You-
don't
you know,
matter.
there's a lot of things to be said, man.
Okay, so should we start with playoffs or should we start with Shay?
Oh, playoffs.
Okay, yeah.
Shay
We're
Shay
still
out
at
of
the
the way.
beginning. We're still at the beginning, so
Nah,
there's
see,
still a
get
lot
Shay
of
Shay out of the
No, but
way.
I think because if we're not gonna talk about the playoffs for a while, then I think we should do like the prediction stuff later.
So should we just get Shay out of the way?
Yeah, I think we gotta get Shannon.
okay.
Okay. Let's just get Shay out of the way. So let me just do like a little thing. So look, here's the thing, man. Okay, Barry, did he do anything wrong? Did Shay do anything wrong in your view?
Obviously he's 56, and the young lady he was messing with was 19. But under the law, it's not illegal. Like
It's not
you do it.
illegal.
But when you look at the optics, the situation, and who Shannon is, it's bad because first of all, she okay, it's vibes. It is what it is. Okay, so you work for ESPN. You're a big major figure in the media nowadays. You have you have two great podcasts, and you're on
Yes.
ESPN 2 or 3 times a week, the biggest network in America for sports. And this young lady, what do you have in common with her? You're 56, she's 19. She could be your granddaughter. Shannon Sharpe's children, they're all older than her.
Yes, there are. Yes.
Her youngest daughter is like 30.
Yeah.
So like, there's nothing in common with these two, and
No.
it's normal. It was a scheme. Like obviously, the moment he was about to secure $100 million deal, that's when the lawsuit dropped. So it was a way avoidable because you need to be settling down.
So in your view, do you think he can return to ESPN or do you think he's done?
Nah, I don't think so because we're dealing with Disney, like Disney, ESPN. When things like that happen, there's no going back.
Remember what they did to Paul Pierce?
Yeah, and even Paul Pierce, he was just having fun. He was live IG. He was having fun.
Just
having fun is great.
Yeah, so he was just having fun.
No, because I think look, see. Now, I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but if you're going to sack Paul Pierce for having strippers on stream, and you're going to keep Shannon Sharpe for having race role play with a 19-year-old, if I'm Paul Pierce, I'm feeling away, bro.
But Paul Pierce, he's in Fox, he's enjoying life. But I think Shannon, obviously, SA is a very serious situation. Even though it's fishy, it deserves to be heard, whatever the case may be. But it's unlikely when you look at the script and all. I don't really believe it, but we're going to see what happens. But I don't think he can come back to ESPN because we're dealing with Disney and you know how they feel about all these things.
Yes.
Look at your boy Jonathan Majors, man.
Okay, so once you jump in on the Shay thing, then, okay, let me come to Kenny then SK. Kenny, talk to me.
Man, all the guys, you have to be shocked. Like, this is, at first I felt a bit sour for the guy, but I'm like, you played yourself.
You can't,
you can't feel.
You can't feel sorry for him, bro.
Yeah, you can't feel sorry for.
My thing, Kenny, that was like, because I think about it today. You know how he talks about, black integrity, black. You can't really say that now. Like, if you now talk about, let's say, like, black integrity, we now know that you get off with 19-year-old white woman. So we're looking at you again. No, here's the thing. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a bad person. But I'm looking at you differently.
He's like Chelsea, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
Oh
yeah,
gosh,
if you haven't seen it, go and watch Doctor Uma. Doctor Uma is this guy is too funny. Like, yeah,
but
this
he's actually
Doctor
defending him
Uma.
though. He's actually defending
Yeah, yeah, that
because
is.
you know because Dr. Umar said that as long as this is the last snow
That's
bunny he's with,
nobody.
Well, Kenny, I
Now
feel
what kills me with
he's born
like you
again.
think of
One thing,
Doctor Uma,
Kenny,
he repeats the words he says like a couple times, then he repeat the same phrase.
do you know
It's
that?
Like a
the guy.
Do you know that he said that I will stand with thinking about 8 times? He
Yeah, I was
literally said
talking.
that. Says
wait, Kenny, wait, Kenny,
Bro
you know
sounds like
what's
a
the funniest?
pastor.
You know what's the funniest is the sound effects. Every time he says like a dramatic
Yeah,
thing, like boom. Yes.
it's different. No, but on Shannon is like my guy. Like obviously we know like if we've been real, we saw the text message. We know why it was with the girl. Like
yes.
people saying she was like this guy probably was like he stayed with her 2 years, like more than 2 years. So he was like he was probably messing with other chicks, but it was like whatever it was doing, that freaky stuff he was doing with her, that like BDSM or whatever, like that's probably why he stayed so long.
It was the big
Because
black
some of them,
babies.
yeah, like I
Okay,
feel
that's
like
good.
probably
Thank you.
like she, that's crazy. But I'm like, she probably initiated, like she probably showed him some stuff because the way the guy was moving. Now, if we're being real, like the way she's speaking, like the way this text message is talking about, like the like put me in them positions or what, like whatever they were talking about, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and because if you look at the way the guy is talking, even on the phone, like the 30-second clip that I saw of him on the phone, like you can, she's baiting the guy. How come you're speaking with the person and you, like the amount of times when you just hear nothing, just like she's waiting down, like you're clearly being set up.
It was weird.
like,
It was weird.
It was weird. I'm like, there's nothing natural about the way she's speaking to you, like. And I'm like, the guy was clearly,
but
I
you
don't
know
know
what I'm
where.
scared of. And again, I don't want to watch this, bro. I ain't watching no sex tape with Shay and everything like that. But there's a 10-minute sex tape. Kenny, Lord only knows what the hell is in that. Like, that is something that I don't even want to watch in hell. Because based on those text messages, Lord only knows what's in that damn tape.
That's how come you allowed, because you know about the tape, so that you let her film you guys having sex. How come in the position you're in, you're allowing her to have a video of you guys having sex, especially when you know you guys are doing some crazy stuff.
He brought toys, bro. He brought toys.
Like,
it's crazy.
That's what I'm like the guy was like, I don't know what she did to him, but the guy was pussy whipped because the guy was doing some crazy stuff. How are you allowing yourself to get exposed like that when you know you have that much to lose?
It's like, you see, now, because I'm like, if it's an Amira Dime, I get it. If it's like a Coco Austin, I get it. But you know what? I can't judge. I'm not Shannon Sharpe. Maybe for him, he finds that really attractive, and that's a huge turn on. So I can't be like, because
that's his Rachel, bro. That's his Rachel. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's his Rachel. That's
also,
Rachel.
I've seen a picture of Rachel before. You're a sick man, by the way.
Yes, it is what it is.
No, but if we can clearly see that Shannon Sharpe is a ass man, because if we're being real, the rest the girl is not that, the face is not all that. We can clearly see that.
What are we talking?
It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's keep it real. Like you can clearly see the girl. She's not built like. But if we're being real, the backside is the ass to thigh ratio is there. So I can understand why Shannon. He fell for it.
Okay, you see, I don't want to hear, because I don't want to objectify a woman. Kenny, all I'm going to say is that go to Instagram and type in Amira Dime and then get back to me. If you want to talk about, you see the back, I just go type in Amira Dime, then get back to me, because maybe we have different views of what ASS is. But for me, ASS, go and see Amira Dime. That's ASS.
No.
Is it natural, bro?
No. If you're being real,
it moves. It moves. So
it's not like Kanye's.
Also,
I've seen some video of like the backsides of the lady. Like there's something there. Let's not act as if like, but obviously,
no. You see, Kenny, you messed up there. There's something there. If she's got that thing, you shouldn't say there's something there. It should already be there.
No, but it's just
there's something that means that. Come on, bro. And also, wait, Kenny, 25K for his cheek.
No,
25K for his cheek.
You see, crazy.
Kenny, I'm paying 60K for each of a Amira Dime's cheek. I'll do 60K. 25K.
it's just
Come on. You see,
but
Did you
it's
see
just, no, but the
the?
thing is that
you
no,
don't
but it's
want me.
just
See, I don't want to be doing this, man, Kenny. You don't want to be doing it, but Kenny,
no, but it's just no, but
keep
it's
it a
just no,
stack,
but we're
bro.
talking about. I'm a natural type of man. Like you see them BBLs like that, nah.
Well,
Like you see,
Kenny, stop.
no, but let's keep it real. We're keeping it real. This is Friday talk. Like let's be real. Like all these, yeah,
No
you can't.
BBLs around Kenny.
No BBLs around here. At least no. From what I've seen, the girl is clearly natural, and she was going to the gym. So you know what I'm saying. But the thing is, if you're doing stuff like that, and especially if you know you're doing some whatever BDSM you want to do, that's why you at least pay the girl or pay an escort and make a sign the NDA or stuff like that. That's why people pay these women.
Yeah, because I was watching like a program on it. I went it. I think it's called Higher Learning with Van Lathan. Really good show. So apparently he kept offering an NDA and she kept saying no. He kept offering. Once she says no to an NDA, then this is obviously can't go through. How do you go through with this with a 19-year-old and she doesn't sign an NDA? That's like a red flag.
That's it. That's it. And like I said now, and I do think that basically now is, I think people saying he offered when I see he offered 10 million, I don't think he offered 10 million because I do think that I don't think he R-worded her. I think that's false. She was clearly into it. That was the whatever they were doing here. But I think that he knew that if stuff like that comes out, because ESPN, like, let's be real, is going to get sacked. The $100 million deal that he had, he might get a deal, but trust me, they're going to have that stuff. And if we win, yo, no,
Speaking
no,
facts. Speaking facts.
no, man, speaking fact, no, but the thing is that if you look at the,
man.
you need to, that's kind of easy. But anyways, if you look at the 10 million he offered her, he lost way more than that because, like I said, he's going to get sacked from ESPN. He's going to get he's going to
lose sponsors from night.
The sponsors is going to lose, and
So-
that $100 million deal like is gone. Like half that probably.
That's gone.
So I think that's why he offered her the money, but
So
now
here's the thing. And now, at this point, do you think he's guilty or it's too early to say?
honestly, I think he got set up. And for me, what I'm like, there was clearly sign that she was setting you up, and you didn't. Like, that's why I'm like, come on, you're 50s, like you're 50-something years old. You've been an athlete as well, so you've seen people around there like being set up. I'm like, you should know better.
Kenny,
you
know that doesn't mean anything.
No, but I'm like, no, but even if you look at his shows sometimes on club shit, like the way he speaks about them situation, I'm like, you should know better. Like of course, like
No, but you're saying this to but sexual desire is sexual desire, and sometimes it's very hard to fight against a sexual desire. What we now know is he has a strong primary sexual desire to very young white girls.
He's a freak.
Yeah, but lust is crazy. Like
Straight up, he a freak.
Wait, hold on. I just was saying.
What's that clip? Yeah, no, but no, yeah, you can go. No, but like, anyways, allegation now is the stain is there. So even if he's found not guilty, like it's too late.
Oh no. And I think that's the key thing. Even if he's found innocent, those texts have been revealed, and with those texts being revealed, if I'm a sponsor, if I'm Mickey Mouse, I can't associate with put a dog collar on me, daddy, put a big black baby in me. I can't associate with that if I'm Mickey Mouse. Bro.
No, she said I think they said she said that over 20 times in like what? Come on, put a big. That's crazy. That's wild.
Hold on, she said what?
No. You see, here's the thing. It's okay.
Elijah, why is your name?
If you're in so deep, if that is deep role play, that is part of role play. Now, what is scary is if that is real.
Ain't no role play where you're telling me you're putting
Kenny, if maybe for him, if you're role play and you're playing, maybe that's what turns you on. Maybe him saying, "Oh, let me put a big black baby in you." That's a turn on for him.
Wait.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if any girl, even if it's role play, if you're sending me that over 20 times, like I'm running, like you have to, like something in your back of your head has to tick. What's going
Kenny,
on?
Wait,
See, this is where that's. See, how do we know that this isn't a role play scenario set up by Shannon Sharpe, and this goes both ways? That's the key thing. How do you know that this does not go both ways?
He definitely no. If he stayed with her for like 2 years or whatever, like, he definitely went both ways. Like, no, we know that. Yeah, but
I think he likes to get choked, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, hold up. What is CNC?
Let's not even. Let's...
I
Okay.
think it's
Wait.
All right. Okay. You
Can
know
you
what?
comment that,
Maybe
Elijah? 'Cause I don't know.
maybe I
What is
would
it?
have.
Can you put it in the comments, Elijah?
Yeah, in the private chat.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, anybody.
What's it called?
Yeah, I was gonna-
Artists, talk to me. Artists, come to SK. Artists, what are you saying?
So just wanted to clarify because I've not really been engaged in the whole, so I've just talked to that. But the whole chain collar thing that was on her, not him, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
on her. On her,
Right,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Because I know that sometimes there's some weird, for some reason, American there's a sort of slavery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
What's it called? Like domination. Like guys like to be like,
No. Oh,
yeah,
whipped,
you mean-
No, that's
smacked and
different.
everything.
It's
God
about
damn.
slavery, bro.
So I didn't know whether he could spin it as like I don't know, like I want to be, I want to go back to plantation stuff. I don't know. So
Yo,
Oh my
bro.
goodness. All right, artists, you didn't have to go there, bro.
no.
I thought it was pretty obvious.
But artists, no. See,
I don't know.
you see, I think Shannon, there's certain things once you say, once you're a 56-year-old big black guy from the South, and you want to put a dog collar, and a white girl is saying, "Put a big black baby in me." The racial connotations in that is freaking off the chains, bro.
Sound like some fetishes going on.
Look, forget the racial connotations.
It's
The connotations
Yeah,
themselves.
that's what I'm saying.
But see, this is the world of role play. Now, you can agree or disagree, but that's what role play is. And role play is edgy, does go over the edge, is go crazy. And for some people, that is what turns them on, is this very edgy role play. So
That's true.
It was just to clarify which, because people have these weird.
Thank you for the question, audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. SK, your thoughts? What are you saying about this?
Unc, bro. Unc is crazy.
Can we still call him Unc?
He's 56.
No, it's Shannon. It's Shannon.
AJ, he's close to your age. I don't know why you're laughing.
Oh, okay. Let's relax.
No fool like that.
I'm closer to Gabby's age than I am Shannon's age, though. So that's for sure.
That's
How
a
old
bad
is
Shannon.
Shannon? How old is it?
Say that.
Gabby Z.
And also, what's it called? Kali on OnlyFans. So shout out.
So okay, to your first question, H, like Barry said, is what he did illegal? No, but
No.
56 to 19 is insane. And so somebody brought up a comment in the chat about I think Tracy Ellis Ross, because she said something I think similar to that or something.
With Michelle Obama's podcast. Yeah.
But from what I heard, she was referring to dudes in their late 30s. So because I think she and Shannon are about the same age or whatever. So
yes,
and it's to your point, HH, if you're gonna date, I feel like if you're because I'm 23, right? And even in my college, bro, I can't. Some of the freshmen, I can't stand to be around them for more than 10 minutes. So the fact that a 56.
So basically, would people of your age group look at you away if you dated a 19-year-old?
Oh yeah, no, you would look kind of crazy. I think.
Hell yeah.
No, HH.
So guys, think about that. So if you're in a group of 23-year-olds, people will look away at you if you were dating a 19-year-old and you're 23. That's
it
4 years.
becomes weird when a senior dates a freshman. That itself is quite weird.
No, but HH, can you call that what they were doing dating? For me, that was not even dating.
What?
You're seeing each other, and you've seen each other over 100 times. So no. But here's the thing: whether it's dating or a sexual thing, 56 to it's not illegal, but 56 to 19, it's crazy. And do you know what the key thing is? It's that teen. Because let's be real, DiCaprio only dates 20-year-olds. He strictly only dates 20-year-olds, and women take issue with that. And sorry, woman, I'm sorry, you can't take issue with what DiCaprio is doing because what he's doing is legal. And he's just into 20-year-olds. So you can say, oh, but the power dynamics are where he is into 20-year-olds and he can afford to be around 20-year-olds. So that's fine, but there's just something about a teenager. There's just something about that scene that
I don't think the issue. I think the whole thing with country is that at least my perspective of it. Sorry, I've got to get this call. Sorry, guys.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, let's go. Continue.
But yeah, no.
Speak after.
like the age thing is just like it is wild, like 56-19, but it is what it is on that point. And I also just want to bring up.
Wait, so
bro,
is Ricardo should we call him a creep? Is Ricardo a creep?
Late
Nah,
birthday is
Yeah.
crazy.
Let's call him a creep. Let's call him.
Late birthday is crazy.
Ricardo, from now on you're a creep. Okay, your new name is now Crepardo or Crepardo. So continue. That's good.
That's wild, HH. But
God.
no, what I was gonna say is, did anyone see that?
Wait. So ask it, did Stephanie throw him under the bus?
Oh, I didn't see that, but I mean, maybe because hey man, Stephen A is trying to protect his money, bro. And he's like Shay, I've only known you for like a year, bro. You ain't getting me caught up in this shit, bro. It is what it is. Respectfully, that's Stephen A's prerogative. So two more things I want to say. One, I don't know if you guys saw the Monique interview. That shit
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been going viral.
Yeah. Talked about this too, from a more like racial lens, right?
I think so. Yeah. You mentioned it like tangentially.
Yo,
Did y'all hear him talking about the Cat Bree?
The funny one was Cat Williams. That was funny.
Yeah, Cat Williams there with the Jonathan.
They could take your rabbit ass on the
in 2 weekends.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
Speaking to some dumb
and
idiots.
the last thing I want to say is okay, because like since okay, I guess one more thing. So because I think the case that she's presenting is like a civil case, which is an important distinction.
Yeah, it's
because
true.
like the burden of proof for civil cases in America is a lot lower than
like
criminal.
Because like because I think a criminal, like, it's for it to be successful, like everybody on the jury has to like agree that the person is guilty or whatever. And then as well, I don't know if you guys heard that apparently the lawyer that's orchestrating this is the same guy that was trying to take down Jay-Z a couple months ago.
Oh yeah. And also the whole PDD thing as well and everything.
Yeah,
PDD.
And because it's funny because when Shannon was talking about it in his video, like when he was trying to talk about like the whole racial aspect of black men have to protect themselves, but then obviously the tape comes out and Black Baby is crazy. So that window like
wait. Actually, hold up. I want to go back to the whole thing because I want to say, is it weird if you're 23 and someone is 19?
It's not.
I don't think so.
No, because I get the whole thing, but I thought of kissing and everything, but it's still 4 years.
No, it depends on the circle.
Because I think rather than focusing on the 19, focus on the age gap. So 19 and 23, that's 4 years.
19, you can't not focus on.
No, it depends on the circles that you run with. It depends on where you like. Because I live in like the Northeast, which is obviously like a way more liberal. Like there's a lot of like, so like I lived in a college like heavy area like in Boston. So like there, obviously like it's probably just gonna be looked at weirder than like if you're just like in the broader world where like, I mean, where people will have like 10, 11-year age gaps that obviously don't start from 19 specifically, but you know what I'm saying. So I would say it depends on that.
Sorry, SK. Hokaj, that's wild comment in the thing, by the way. So like anyway,
wow.
Go on, SK. Like just I don't know what it is.
Yes, that's what's funny. You shouldn't laugh because you can't say it's a wild comment and then start laughing. Alright, yes, mute your mic, man. Mute your mic. Wait, let me answer this to you guys. Anybody kind of going? What do you think about her rejecting the 10 mil offer?
Yeah, that's something I find weird. Like, if she was doing this to get the money, does she think?
Bro, she's an OnlyFans model. She might probably makes like 30 in the first year.
Well said, AK.
Yeah, but then how much?
No, but still 10 million.
But AK,
wait. No. Sorry, AK, hold up. I'm sorry. All because you're on OnlyFans doesn't mean that you're earning crazy amount. Now, top earners out there are earning crazy amounts, but I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, top
10
earners,
million. No, trust me. That's again. I don't want to judge. I don't want to objectify women and everything. So please, I don't want to objectify her. Let's keep it a stack. Gabby Z ain't freaking Wendy Fiore, freaking Kim Stamp, or any of the high tier. So I'm sorry, 10 mil for Gabby Z is that's life changing for Gabby Z. It's not life changing for Kim Stanko
Oh,
when
Well,
yeah,
wasn't there like a girl on OnlyFans
I
who
think I
like
have one
exposed how much she was
scenario.
earning? It was like 43 million that year. Or
No, but
something.
AK, but you're looking at the top people. That's like comparing.
Okay.
That's like comparing the check that
No,
Ronaldo gets.
you're right. But
Freaking Kelleher from Liverpool, bro.
you're right, but then one would assume if this OnlyFans was in contact with Shannon Sharpe, that she must be at least earning quite a bit of money. Like she
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying already.
And
It's
if
weird that if she was willing to reject that much, because it's like
Yeah.
realistically,
I
how
think
much
I have
money
I
are you
think I have a
thinking about
scenario.
making?
There's always a bigger bag. There's always a bigger bag.
Okay, let me be clear here. I don't go on OnlyFans because you don't know, but I do know the top.
Yeah,
rank.
yeah,
Just based
sure.
on,
Yeah.
no. Just based off general knowledge, I do know the
You
top
gave back a
rankings.
whole
And
laundry list.
Yeah, and
Okay,
that's what
well,
like
can I give you
because
guys
You
a
weren't
scenario?
even,
it's
you
because
weren't
of
even
what
struggling to name more names. You just stopped.
yeah, like yeah, we call you guys gooners it's because of guys like honestly these females that steal some of these livings by just being on OnlyFans. It's crazy.
Shout out
But
to
on the Gabby thing, like you can even see on the page. You know, usually when stuff like that happens, like people usually go private on their page or whatever. Her page, like she's earned like I think over
that is really
I don't know how many.
because seriously, like I assume that as soon as I went to the Instagram, she'd basically like keep comments are limited. It's still fully open.
But she's on. Like you say that you know probably like she's probably getting on OnlyFans. She's probably getting thousands of guys now. Most of these she's probably earned like bare money just because of these situations now. I think that she's getting like over more than 200,000 followers or stuff like that. So yeah, she's probably gonna make decent money. But the 10 million, that's the thing where I'm like, if you refuse 10 million, I don't like. Probably the lawyer told you can get way more. But it's like it's a dangerous game to play.
I'm like, what do you think about Shannon like doxing her in his statements? Okay, sure. No, guys, hold up, guys. Do you want to laugh? Now, guys,
Yeah,
again,
you know what I mean.
shout out to Shannon Sharpe and everything, guys. This might be one of the funniest things I've ever seen before. Let me just pull this up. So, guys, shout out to your boy Shannon, man. Open image in new tab. So, guys, what is the first thing you notice about this image?
That's how you know he's an uncle, man, or grandpa, not grandpa.
What's the first thing you notice about this image?
Screenshotted his own text.
Man.
How do you
Screenshotted his own text?
screenshot an image and you post up the screenshot? Do you know how? I mean, I don't want to be rude, but Shannon, copy, paste it, and put it up
in the
as
notes.
a tweet.
Oh, even an old head like HH knows what to do, man. What is it?
I'm electing to step aside from man. You got sacked, man. Stop capping, man. Come on.
Wait, guys. Do you think Shannon has the same phone case as HH's old phone case?
Can I? Sorry.
And also, see, here's the key thing here: difference between Jay-Z and Shannon. Remember Jay-Z's response?
Very bad letter.
That was from Jay-Z.
That was terrible. That was really bad.
No, but Slade, which is a better response, Jay-Z's or Shannon Sharpe's one where he's reading from a
Jay-Z's, bro.
I'm sorry. Jay-Z's, it's like it's everything that's real because that feels genuine.
Yeah.
Shannon, bro, you literally saw him looking up, reading from a teleprompter, and then this guy screenshots the most basic freaking. This is Chat GPT.
His lawyer must be crashing out, man. He's like,
Shannon Sharpe
gonna pimp slap him when he sees him.
No, Shannon Sharpe knew he was gonna get exposed. He clearly knew that the girl had some really real stuff about him. I think Jay-Z probably know that this is probably fake. Like they're just trying to finesse him for money.
Sorry, so one thing, so I'm at work, so I think to get distracted. Just 2 quick points. The first good point is that I think the annoying thing about this whole thing is that a lot of these celebs, especially in that space, that seem to operate from this idea that they have it all together, interviewing, etc., alpha type or whatever, and yet still seem to succumb to just getting OnlyFans chicks is wild. And it's like you're creating this image. A lot of it is more about image perception, as opposed to actually what is actually wrong with what they're saying, what they're doing. Like, for example, like Kanye. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Okay, yeah, let's
Why would you go to that?
Would that be a topic?
Like artists, please don't even bring that guy's name up.
Is that going to be a topic?
No one's going after that dude, despite pretty much him saying and doing whatever, because it's an image thing. When you create an image of yourself that you're this kind of well-to-do, alpha sort of guy who has it all together, and then you then do something like this, that's what causes this sort of reaction. If this was Kanye or even Trump or some other bros are doing it, like, to be honest, I don't think people care that much. I think people just these days they just go like, oh yeah, okay, it's bad, but she was 19 and no big deal or whatever, you know. So it is literally about the way that he presented himself and then going against it. So if I was Shannon, I'd hire maybe some lawyer who could maybe potentially turn this whole thing around so that it looks good on his image, but I don't know whether he'll be able to do that, if that makes any sense. So my point is that it's just like, these days now, it's not so much about what you do, weirdly, but I think it's how you can actually spin it to your advantage, if that makes sense.
Okay, wait, hold on, just quick. So, Charles, okay. Well, it's a vibe, so we're here, man. Wing, HH and Shannon have something in common for age 19. Now, I don't know what you mean by that.
You did say you were 19. I think that's what he was referring to.
Oh, no, I'm going to be 21 in October this year.
You said 19 before this year.
You said 19 before.
No. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to be 20 this year. I'm going to be 20 this year. I'm going to be 20 this year.
The last name, man.
Shout out to me again. Is Kanye the first black NAZI?
He said he's not black anymore. He's white now.
Yeah, no.
Wait. Elijah, excuse me? What?
No, there's a literal. It was in somebody put in the Discord that literally Kanye told him. He said, "Today I'm feeling white."
This guy just been walked off for no reason.
Elijah, do you view Shay the same way after finding out that someone wants to put a lady wants him to put a big black baby in him?
I'm still trying to.
So Elijah, explain to Elijah, how would a big black baby enter into an individual?
You're asking Elijah to explain a lot of things.
Don't you find that suspicious?
No. You know, when you said that, bro, I had some really bad flashbacks. So when I signed my first contract playing rugby in Los Angeles, the first person, this one girl I was messing with, had told me the exact same thing. So
Elijah,
you bailed.
Elijah, pause.
Elijah, please.
Elijah, wait, everyone pause. Everyone just pause. Everyone. I need everyone just to pause. I need everyone.
Get out too.
Everyone take a beat.
Leave.
Everyone take
not a winter soldier.
No, Elijah, back up. Elijah, I need you to back up. So Elijah, say what you said again, but say it very slowly. Elijah,
so no. So let's first of all, it wasn't a winter soldier. Let's get that out the way.
What was it, Elijah? You got to be specific.
She was Filipino and
Wait, was she Elijah? Was she like American or from the Philippines?
No, like American.
Oh my god!
So American Samoan and Filipino mix.
Bro, it's over. It's over.
Spicy, goddamn.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, bro, that's
wait. Okay. So what were her literal words to you?
Those are exact literal words. Put a big black baby in.
It's just going to
Once I heard that, I got really sick. I was like, yo.
Can come on.
You put up a Congress comment?
This happened.
You guys are sick, man. Streets, you guys need to relax, bro.
Can you put up a Congress comment?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no.
If you're a black guy, say black guy 6'4" plus.
Oh shit.
So 200. If you're about 250, 260 plus, you're gonna get that often. You're gonna get those things often from wild women. The thing is, the way Shannon, I'm still trying to understand what fully happened, but from what I'm getting, Ricardo, that's crazy. Me personally, I think he handled it very poorly. I expected better from Shannon, because like remember when he had the IG live thing, he handled that very well.
Oh my god, man.
No, he's not wrong.
Okay. Was that IG live to prove that he's not gay, or was that an honest mistake?
I think that was an honest mistake.
Honest mistake for sure.
But like, there's too many steps to do an IG. Like you have to go to IG, you have to scroll to the
I
left, you have to
mean,
go to
no,
live, you
because
have to
that's the
press.
key thing, because I think so. Wait, no, literally, someone actually did a video. What Bryce said, do you know how many steps you need to do to go live onto Instagram? So it is almost impossible to go onto Instagram by mistake. Because you have to press this, then
Yeah.
confirm, then press things. So there are several steps to go just to go live. So I'm like, you mistakenly went live when your phone is like basically, if your
But
phone is somewhere else
he
under
doesn't
that.
use IG. That's my thing. Is he says he doesn't use IG because supposedly his media team is who controls it. My thing was, bro, you should just go get you a wife, or get you a girl or something. Like I think how he handles the issue with when it surrounds women, he doesn't really handle it correctly. He doesn't do a great job with that. The age gap thing is insane, but that's literally apparent. That's basically like
That
Father-
basically,
Parents.
if you had a child in like your early 20s, that could be
Yes.
a grandchild.
No,
She's younger than AK, man.
If you have her,
that's
if you
worse,
have her
right?
at 37
That's kind of
or
worse.
36, that's the age gap. It's I think the way he handled it was just not great at all. And RDS does have a point. RDS does have, if he had a strong enough lawyer that could try to flip it, say, into like extortion or defamation, but I doubt that. I really, really doubt.
But let's just think. What's the defamation here?
No, I think
Gatlock,
it's
that's
definitely
nasty
the way,
work,
bro.
by the way. Gatlock, that's insane. Gatlock, that's crazy.
That's
No,
no,
it's just-
Gatlock, man.
Nah, Gatlock, that's madness. Gatlock, that's EXX. Nah, that's crazy.
Can you get sent off on the bench in VIBEZ Hangout?
Wait, so you're telling me he was already retired by the time so he was
Yeah, man, he wasn't even.
He had a whole Hall of Fame career, bro.
Man, yeah, he had the whole.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I think her being 19 has done way more damage to his entire
damage.
If
Yes.
she was like 20, like if she was like 20.
No. I think no, basically,
Yeah.
that's the key thing. Let's say Sharpe is fully innocent. He did nothing wrong and everything. The damage is done.
Yeah.
You are having racial role play with a 19-year-old and you are 56.
And that's what
Again,
makes it
like
worse.
we live in a world where like perception is reality.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all
what I'm
about
saying.
perception.
Perception. Yeah.
People 56, teenager. See, if it's 2021, okay, that's
It's
teen,
an adult.
56 and teenager, that is a bad look.
How old is Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
20.
He's
Bill
like
Belichick-
23.
20 something.
He's like
23,
70.
24.
He's like 71.
I think
Wait,
he was
what?
doing this
You
back
see,
at his
no,
wife.
you see, my thing though is that I feel that a cutoff point should be like 24, 25. Because I think 24, 25, that's when you've extenuated postgrad. So basically, postgrad is when you're like 23, 22, if you're doing like a postgrad, like a master's.
And
So-
your brain is fully formed now.
No, yeah, no.
When
that
your
girl is
brain,
really-
your brain should be fully formed where you're fully out in the world, and that's 23, 24. 19?
Bro.
No,
You're still
even-
even freaking
He was born
university,
when
bro.
Messi started his career.
But like,
Look, she'd be my
She wasn't
classmate,
born when
and I
Arsenal
wouldn't
last
even
won.
know.
Where's Kelly, bro? Where's Kelly?
No.
my god.
She
Isn't-
wasn't born the last time Arsenal won the league.
That's another dude that
Well, okay.
No, she wasn't born
No,
when Arsenal.
but like, isn't the president of France, like Macron, his wife is like almost like 25 years older?
Oh, no,
I
no,
swear,
yeah,
like
yeah,
his
yeah,
wife
that
was
was
his school teacher. Yeah.
That's his teacher. That
Yeah.
was worse. That was worse. Yeah, it's his teacher. It was his old teacher.
Yeah, that's
to be honest, even
Shout out
the
to
Capitals
Mark,
girl,
but
But, you know, he wouldn't
even
have
the
that kid?
That's
nah,
Do you not
even
find it? Do you not
even the
find it
Capitals girl,
suspicious
she's
though?
like 20.
Elijah,
Do you not
say
find-
did? Wait, hold on. Wait, sorry, slide. What are you saying?
Do you not find it kind of suspicious though? Like, I get they're different networks, but the way that the whole like the discourse and the way that compare the Joy Taylor stuff to this, the way that the Joy Taylor thing got swept under the rug like a week later, and now like, yeah, I get Shannon has had a lot of weird stuff in the past because he used to be on CBS and he had allegations like a long time ago. But I just find it weird how like how this
But sorry, I think again it goes. back to perception. If you just look at what Joy Taylor did, it's a lot more worse in terms of just how it's more scheming. Okay, let's say Shannon is guilty and there is no RAPE involved. It's just the whole age gap thing. What Joy Taylor did is was because what she did is ethically it's horrible. Like you're ethically a trash person, but perception is reality. 56 and 19, the world and the community and society will
Yeah, that's
look
really bad.
more down on that than what Joy Taylor did. It's like, okay, you're a woman just trying to get ahead and you're just using your body and sex just to try and get ahead rather than 56 and you're doing racial role play with a 19-year-old.
A 19-year-old. Did we ever find out who that lady in the person in the Instagram live was?
I think it was this.
No,
one.
I don't think so.
Was it this?
I think she's the one who
No,
went live
because
this whole time.
I think there are like two Michelles. I think he has because there's another Michelle who I think was his ex that said there were some allegations of like.
Was it
sexual
Drea
misconduct.
Mitchell or something?
No. That's
No, hell no.
that's
That's
Jalen
No,
Green.
that's isn't that
That's Jalen Green.
Jalen thing?
Yeah, Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
Yeah,
Jalen
yeah,
Green.
yeah.
Now,
But that's what.
what that
Oh,
woman
that,
did.
that guy's kids is that guy's.
And that's what I'm saying.
Clearly,
Like,
Michelle's white.
and that's why I'm like this. You feel like it's
So
there's
even now,
there's
there's
a double standard on stuff like that.
Larsa
That's where I
Pippen.
wanted to go. So, do you think that people would react the same way if a 56-year-old woman did some racial role play with a 19-year-old guy?
Nah.
But yeah, if she puts a chain around his neck, of course they would.
Yeah.
If she was white, then yeah.
Would they- I don't- would they
If
though?
she was white, yeah,
If she was
and it was
white,
like a
then
young black guy,
would.
yeah, 100%.
What I would say though on like
No.
on the Drea Michelle thing is,
Get it?
I mean, people didn't really react positively. She's just not as famous as Shannon. She doesn't have as much money as him, and ultimately,
Okay, so how old was Jalen Green and Drea Michelle when they
I think it was like
got together?
39, 21, something like that.
I mean, we gotta be realistic. It's just not the same, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not the same. Like,
Like,
No, it's I mean,
physically,
come on,
like,
I feel like it's
no,
just
no, not the same.
and it's like it's just the power dynamic. It's like most people are gonna be the man is probably the
That's the key thing.
like the
It's
more
like,
yeah.
And a young
Yeah.
man
Yeah.
can defend himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. But the key to it, because remember there was a story I heard where like a female teacher in school pretty much was having like sexual stuff with like a kid in school, and it's like, no, the way you view that should be if the genders were swapped. So 100%, let's not get it twisted. An older woman can use her experience and her influence over a very impressionable. Like, have you seen this film, The Graduate?
boy becomes a legend.
With
Like, that's
what's the name of that actor? What's it called? Rain Man.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
No.
That's a good movie,
Yeah.
by the way.
YG dropped a song about it though that had the same like.
I mean, so basically, okay. So look, okay. Last, okay. Before we get to NBA,
Oh, Dustin
Can-
Hoffman. Yeah. I remember.
can Shay? Yes, Justin Hoffman. That's the one. Can Shay recover from this?
Yes, but he has to start doing red pill content. That's the only.
Pretty much, yeah.
For me, I feel that is the beauty of YouTube. As long as there's no RAPE involved, he can survive off of Nightcap and
him
Club
stepping
Shay.
away.
Or he
Of
can
course,
just,
of course.
he can just own
But
it,
in terms of like
basically.
network TV, it's tricky. But he basically the beauty and the imagine if this happened when he was like in the second year of Undisputed, then he'd
Oh
be
snap!
screwed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you see,
But the good thing is that you have Nightcap, which is a very edgy show already, and Club Shay where all you do is interviews. So as long as there's no criminal things and he did nothing illegal, 100% he can still survive. Just that you can't do network TV anymore.
No, he has to start talking about the
do it.
Matrix.
He just won't come back. He won't come back until the beginning of NFL season.
Wait.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
Elijah,
like,
that's
people think,
no, Elijah. That's what he said. What have ESPN said? No, that's what he said. ESPN has not said anything, bro.
dude, they need ratings though, bro. Like they hurting.
Can I speak on?
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
See, yeah, can you just expand, because I haven't been like overly like looking into this, but like I know what happened, but like just like expand on the 10 mil stuff and all.
So basically, Shannon Sharpe and the girl, they were having this whole racial back and forth role play and everything, and so the Instagram video comes out. That's my Michelle, blah blah. She gets triggered because of that whole thing. He apparently is angered about it, and she alleges that he began to become abusive once she got jealous off of him doing what he did in that Instagram video, being with another girl, got abusive and everything. And her claim is that due to abusiveness and everything, she obviously now said, okay, this is what he's done. And he wanted it to go away by offering her and her team 10 million just to settle the whole thing. She rejected the 10 million and now wants 50 million because she claims that, again, she claims that he was abusive to her.
CHH, hey, that girl, shout out Gabby Zuniga, but that girl could be my classmate. The way,
AK, you would have met her in high school.
No, wait, he's right. AK is right.
That's nasty.
Yo, she could be my classmate, and I was never.
Was your classmate?
Yeah, but she probably was. She probably did a final just now.
Okay, so you're 21 now.
I'm 20, bro.
Bro,
if there was a way to drop a brick here,
So,
oh my god! Actually, let me drop a brick for Shannon. No, that's for Shay, bro. Yeah.
So, you're 56, and you're doing racial roleplay with a 19-year-old. At least do it 22, 23, 19.
Okay, but AK, do you want to say something a bit? Maybe that's what maybe what he's into is the fact that she's a teenager.
Oh my god!
Why would you go to that island? I can't believe you went to that island.
That's no, because my thing, because AK, you're right that at least relationship is 2021, but maybe that whole thing of 18 and 19 and you're teen and you're young, that is his turn on, and that is what turns him on. The fact that it's a young white teenager and he's a big black guy.
For me, it's like, bro, at least you have the same power over her. According to you, at least, you would have the same power over her if she was 21 compared to when she was 19. That 2 years doesn't make that big of a difference. Well, let's be honest. So, I'm like, why? Why? Are you so? You're one of the most famous TV personalities out there. You know how many people would come for you? Like, what is this?
AK, it's you're still young, man, and all I can say is that it's
no, because I think because it's true. So many guys are like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? You're all assuming that you know who Shannon Sharpe is because you see him on TV.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah,
we don't know what Shannon Sharpe likes and what his desires are outside of what we view on TV. So all you guys
know what he likes now.
We now know what he likes. So the Shannon Sharpe that is the real Shannon Sharpe, cameras off, is into young white girls. That is what turns him on.
Can I tell one thing?
So you can't be like, oh, how could you? That's just, luckily it's not illegal. It's illegal. So now you can judge it. Say this is morally messed up, but he's into young white girls, and young white girls turn him on.
Can I say one thing?
Okay, Barry, what do you want to say? Barry.
Yeah, I think 56, and it's weird, but it's what he likes. It's not illegal. But I think what's messed up is how he got set up. That's the messed up thing, and also he kind of, I think lust it's one of the most damaging things for any man, even women, because you think down here and not upstairs with your head. So when you think downstairs, you do stuff that you didn't think if you have your fully conscious mind that you would do, and look at himself now. So I think he's thinking more with his than his brain, because it gets right in the sense you have so much to lose. So, and when you have your money, notoriety, you can't do stuff like this.
It's not worth it.
I think he's been in LA too
my
long.
thing is that even if that's your sexual desire and everything, you have to be aware that where you are right now, where you've put yourself, your family, and everything financially, and you have to be aware that in today's, a 19-year-old in the year 2000, 19-year-old right, this is the TikTok generation. And I think AK can even speak more to this right now. 19-year-olds right now are way more savvy and a lot more cunning right now than they were back 20 years ago. So she knows what she's doing, and she was smart. Like in terms of doing recordings, entrapments, trying to make them to say the same things. Young people right
Yeah,
now are way more savvy right now than they were 10, 20 years ago.
and,
And
and
maybe
I
that's where it
think
got
I
lost.
think
Because
yeah.
he's thinking of 19-year-olds back when he
Well,
was
yeah,
Back
19.
when he
right.
was
No,
19.
19-year-olds right now
What
are
these,
different.
these middle
and
aged
and I
men
think
are
that's why
getting like conned like a lot because by these young people because they're just not engaged with technology. They
Yes.
source that out to other people, but they think, as you rightfully said, that 19 was when I was 19. That's how they think. That's how they work. But they don't think that actually no, they're more tech savvy. They know how to record. They know how to trap, etc. So really, it's your maybe mid-30-olds who'd be more privy to sort of that. But 50, 60-year-olds, nah, they're getting.
No. But my thing that is, so I think Cameron, the rapper, he's like in his 40s or something because he spoke on it, and he basically brought down how like, oh, I know all the signs when I know I'm trying to be entrapped because like, oh, you don't normally say that. Oh, I think something's up there. I'm actually not going to respond. So you need to be aware of what the world is right now, and I think this just shows that Shannon Sharpe, you are completely out of touch with how things work technologically wise right now. But my thing is, why put yourself in the position of a 19-year-old who is specifically of this young online
Yeah, that's on him,
TikTok
AJ. You
OnlyFans
know what I mean?
generation?
would you say also that's why I mean 10 million is a lot, but would you say she has like a crazy amount of ammunition against him when they go to court and all that?
I mean, she has to because to reject
Yeah,
10
because 10 million is a lot, man. Like
Basically,
for a 21-year-old.
so that's me. That is what worries me, Barry. Is if she rejected 10 million, maybe she has something on him. Again, innocent
she
until
has
proven
crazy
guilty.
stuff, yeah.
Innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. But if you're rejecting 10 million, and I look at that response, and you went out of your way to try to dox her and expose her to change the narrative, let's just see how
Maybe
it plays out. But
maybe the
it's
CTE's
looking
coming
tricky.
up, HH.
Because HH, remember, even Diddy, like what's it called? Cassie like put out at 30, right? 30 mil.
Yeah.
So this chick got a third of that and was like, "Nah, fuck that. I think I can get more, bro."
Yeah, because she probably knows something, or he probably has some deep, dark secrets that he don't want out. For sure.
Bro, I'm actually scared of what's on that 10-minute sex tape, bro.
Also, HH, do you think he's gonna come to Clear Lake?
Who?
Because they know a bit.
All right, okay. Norma, do you have anything to say on this before we move to NBA?
Yeah, I would just like to say that
Wait, Norma, what is that picture?
No, just keep talking.
Can,
keep talking.
yeah, actually, let me start with this. Yeah, can you bring my AV?
No. Please just keep talking.
No,
Just keep talking. Just keep talking.
No,
talking.
it goes
Excuse
into my
me?
argument. Can you bring up my AV?
Oh god.
Yeah. Let him support his argument.
That is a fair
Oh,
point.
I know.
Fair point.
This is
elected him. So
yeah, this is the country and this is the fucking degenerate culture that we're talking about that gives us these kinds of people.
Wow.
So,
Oh my god. I agree.
The fucking Sodom and the fucking LA and New York and California, basically, this fucking
And
the
Atlanta.
Sodom and Gomorrah of the
Vegas.
entire world. The fucking
And
known as
Dallas.
the hub. Yeah, the fucking known as the hub of sexual degeneracy across the world. That is what it's
LA
known
is
for.
weird, bro.
And this is the kind. Yeah, I've been there. I've seen shit. I don't even want to
My
remember
brother
half
used to
of it.
live there. Well, my brother still lives
Yeah.
there on and off. Very weird place.
Yeah,
he says.
my cousin sister and her whole family had to move out of LA because of some shit they saw. But anyway, the thing is, Shannon Sharpe is pathetic and embarrassing because of how he got himself into this situation, being a 56-year-old man with all of the money, all of the lawyers, agents, all of the people around him, his advisors, his managers, who know how to handle these situations and have done that for multiple clients, multiple high value individuals, high net worth individuals their entire lives, and he still is able to get into such kind of a situation at 56 years old. That is the most embarrassing point. And the other thing, which is even more embarrassing and is downright pathetic, is that she's apparently an OnlyFans girl.
Yes, Carly.
I mean, you're a multi-millionaire NBA celebrity, and you still have to stoop down to sullying yourself with sloppy seconds like that chick. I mean, you're supposed to be better than that. Like you couldn't find anyone with a bit more of a social standing, a bit more of, anything worth valuing, other than just she's got a hot ass and she's got hot pictures all over Instagram. That's what it takes a 56-year-old man to be impressed. I mean, that just shows a high level of emotional immaturity. And that just shows that whatever kind of background he grew up in, that sense of like discipline, temperance, and maturity wasn't inculcated in him. And that still shows at his current age right now. So that goes to Shannon Sharpe. Like, but the thing is, and he's absolutely pathetic, loser. This just shows you that no matter how much money you make and how much fame you gain, you can still be a loser. You can be a rich loser, but you can still be a loser. This is what shows you. Money doesn't turn you from being a loser to being an amazing person. But the thing is,
Well, it just shows much
this
when I think
whole
Shan Sharp actually said that himself.
yeah, exactly. Because I've met so many. Because I'm in business, I meet so many people who are fucking multimillionaires, billionaires, who don't even know how to speak. When you begin speaking to them, they start talking like little toddlers, and these are multimillionaires. So money doesn't change everything, most things especially. But the thing is, AJ, this whole thing of this girl somehow being a victim and this somehow this moral and ethical weight being put on Shannon Sharpe because of the age difference and the power dynamic. I'm sorry, that's absolutely completely bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Because again, pull up my 80. This is the kind of culture we're talking about, where these people are coming from. And with
No, but whether or
Hollywood,
not
you
that's
want to
our
talk about
culture, if you're
Hollywood?
56 and 19, it's crazy though.
She finessed them for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. You want to talk about Hollywood, you want to talk about American celebrities, Wall Street, some of these fucking venture capitalist CEOs, the kind of shit that they get into, it would put even P. Diddy into shame.
Release the Epstein list, man. That
Yeah,
needs to be released,
exactly.
man.
Like
Just,
Why
just
would you go to
I
It's
bet you
hide?
Shay Shay was there, bro.
P. Diddy, and all of these guys,
No, it's not
Harvey
AJ just
Weinstein.
go there also.
They're nothing. They're nothing. They're no one and they're nothing. There are far worse people who no one knows about, who are billionaires working in Wall Street, right? So this is the kind of culture this is the kind of people that this culture is going to give us. And I'm sorry, this age difference means nothing. Like if you're an adult, you're an adult. That's what the law says, right? And I'm sorry, if you're not, if you're saying that a 19-year-old woman is not mature enough to take certain decisions and to deal with
Hold on.
certain
Is a
kinds of,
19-year-old an adult?
Technically,
yes, 18 and above are adults.
I mean, you can
but
vote
it's
in America.
No, no,
there's like different stages of
You're a
adulthood.
you're literally a teenager.
No,
For
no,
me, I think that
no,
literally an adult is an adult is once you've left school. Specifically,
no,
you've left school. You basically
yeah, but it's not,
you now have to work and actually earn a living. That
no,
is
no,
when
no,
you're a
but
full
age
adult.
is,
Where it's now
age
down
is,
to you to fend for
no, no,
yourself.
but age is, it's not about what you and I think. It's about what the law says. And the law says that 18 and above are adults because once you turn 18, you can own property, you can vote, you can do a full-time job, you can enlist yourself into the armed forces,
Okay, that's fair.
you can run for office, at least like lower-level political office. That's what it means to be an adult. An adult means you can start living the life of an adult. That's 18 and above. Like this whole teen thing, I'm sorry, like, do you know how
No.
predatory these
But come on.
18
But
and
no,
19-year-old
hold
chicks
on.
of
But
these
Norman, you
days
have to
are?
admit that a 56 and 19 is crazy. That's a crazy
Of
age
course
gap.
it's crazy. Of course it's crazy, but does this man have a wife and kids?
Well, he has kids that are
You know, he
older,
has kids. Basically, ex-wife and kids. Yes.
that are
So
older.
right now, yeah. So right now, basically, he's single, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's a
Single and
single,
freaky, but single.
yeah, single, super famous celebrity worth probably $100 million plus. Of course, and the kind of people that he's around are basically all of these fucking Hollywood degenerates. These fucking DiCaprios and Tobey Maguires of the world. Like, what do you expect from him? And even
Okay, so
not just him, most of the people in the NBA as well. These are fucking sharing women. Like, how do you share
okay, wait.
women
So
worth
wait.
hundreds
So
of millions of dollars?
let's
It's
shout to
disgusting.
Shay, and we wish him all the luck in the world. So,
To
so
be
guys,
fair, even DiCaprio's girl, she's 26.
yeah. So guys, here's the thing here.
Don't fall for the bunnies, man. Don't fall
Oh,
for the
AJ,
bunnies.
can I speak on this?
Wait. So quick thing. So have the LA Clippers ever made a conference final?
Yes, HH.
Once in
Yes.
2020,
Yes, the
Literally
conference.
3 years.
Wait,
2021.
Wait. Hold on. When was this?
4 years ago.
2021 when they played
4
the
years
Suns.
ago.
They played the Suns.
That's the only time.
Oh, that was the one that the Bucks won.
Yes.
The champion
Yeah.
of the Bucks won.
Kawhi
Wait,
got
are
hurt
you-
and didn't play that series.
So my thing here is, so can the Clippers and Lakers meet in the final or no?
Well,
Yes.
not the final.
Conference final.
Conference
The
final.
conference
So-
final.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Conference
So they can meet in the conference final.
They've
Yes,
never met
yes.
each other ever in the playoffs, ever.
See now,
They're not meeting
because
each
I
other.
mentioned, see, that's what I want to see. But the issue though is, I don't know
the
about
Thunder.
this Lakers and these
HH, you know the Clippers.
The
Timberwolves.
Thunder is
You know
the
the
Thunder is the
Clippers
best
are
team
right?
in the West by far. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why people. I don't know why people are.
Shay's not even
I don't know why
playing
people are
well.
just putting them to the
here's
side.
thing.
Like,
My fear is, could we have like a Cavaliers Thunder final?
Why would that be?
Nah,
In terms of ratings,
Cavaliers, no, but
no, if no, but
Celtics, yes.
it's, you know, if you watch,
hold on, Kenny, go for Kenny.
yeah, but if you watch the regular season games between the Cavs and the Thunder, they've been very interesting games.
Yeah.
And I think that's because
no, Kenny, I'm talking based off of ratings. And Kenny,
Yeah,
we
but-
all know that these refs are paid, and these refs are paid to be like, no, we
Cavs
want
are
to
not
have
beating the
high
Celtics,
franchise teams in
Cavs
these
are not
final
beating the
games.
no, but
I'm
yeah, no,
sorry.
but you can say that, but like, and obviously that's the you can probably blame the NBA and then the media for not talking about this. Like the way these guys talk about the Thunder. When I turn on ESPN and I watch these guys, that twin brother, the trash one. Both of them are trash, but one of them he turned on and
Markeith.
talking about all the Lakers, the Clippers, the bad. I'm like,
Thank
what are we doing? Like, you guys need to.
Thank you.
These guys, they see big names, big players. They see the LeBron, Doncic. Like the Thunder by far the best team in the West. And
Thank
if you
But you know, I think that this now maybe we can just combine football and NBA. I think in football, if a team is good, a team is good. It's like, for instance, you look at like the 2019 UCL and how good. Remember how good Ajax were, and Ajax were not relevant since the 90s, but because they were good, people just watched them. But I think for the NBA, people are so hung up on the franchise and the city being a big city and focusing on that as actual better teams. And really, it's like, bro, do you know how good Jokic is? And nobody wants to give the guy his flowers because it's like, he's European. He plays for
That's not true, bro.
thing like that. So
He has 3
no, but
Oh my
I'm
God.
talking about how people talk about him in terms of what the guy's doing.
No, they do. No,
They
actually,
knocked down just fine.
yeah, no, they do it now. They do it now. But I think that maybe in the past when they should have done it earlier, it took them
AJ,
time.
are you saying people don't watch them? Like people do not watch them for ratings? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no.
No. For me, and this is the key thing, and I think there is an issue because let's be real. You could argue that the best players in the NBA are non-American.
Yeah,
You could
that's
make
a
that
fact.
claim.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That like the best 4 or 5 players in the NBA are non-American.
Yeah, it's not.
And I think
Who
for a lot
would
of
be your
people,
five?
they're like, how
Who
can we
would be your
have this
five?
American NBA and the best players are non-American?
No, but for me, yeah.
Who would be your 5? Who would be your 5?
So Shea,
Yeah.
Jokic,
Giannis.
Doncic, Giannis, and now that's and you see, so basically
Jokic,
those 4 are
I'm
Clippers.
not
When he's
Those 4 are
healthy, it's
players.
Embiid. When he's healthy, it's Embiid.
I'm
AJ,
not
I would
gonna lie.
argue-
I'm
No.
not gonna lie.
See, here's my thing. Those 4 are for sure, and the 5th is
I'm
maybe you
not
can
gonna
throw
lie.
Curry, maybe you can throw Braun, maybe you can throw
Yeah,
Kawhi.
Tatum.
The
best American is
I would
Tatum,
say
probably.
based off of
So basically, think about it. The fact that in the
I
top
agree.
5 players, 4 of those 5 are non-American. That's interesting.
No, but you see, for example, like Luka is still.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Bro. In terms of just
Yeah,
pure
one-
talents.
I don't know
He's
about
up there,
I don't
he's
know
up
about top
there, he's
5,
up
but
there.
No,
but you
he's
see,
not
like for
top
example,
five,
Luka, for example, like it was nice in Dallas. Ever since Luka's gone to the Lakers, the way they speak about the guy is, and obviously the franchise does help. If we know,
Yes.
Because
since he's been on
nobody
the
watched
level,
them in Dallas, bro. They
yeah,
won't
like
admit it.
yeah, that's the thing, like he gets way more exposure, and that's the job of the media to properly talk about the guy. It's not just because now all of a sudden he's in the Lakers that you guys are pushing him like crazy because he's playing with LeBron. Like you guys should have been doing that for a long time, and I feel that's what they're failing.
Did you see the clip of Shaquille O'Neal?
Here's my argument now, then, because my argument is this now shows you how great Jordan was. Let's be real. Chicago is not a big market, but Jordan was
Chicago's
so
a huge
exceptional.
market, bro.
Bro, Chicago's a big market.
Yeah,
Chicago's
Chicago's
one
a
of the
big
biggest
market.
markets.
Okay. Before 91, in terms of the NBA, was Chicago seen as a major market before 1991?
No, it was a joke.
It wasn't.
Yeah, the
Michael
franchise
Jordan
there was-
It's still a big
single-handedly
market, though.
made it a big market. So prior to 91, before they won their first championship, it was whether it's freaking LA, New York, Philly. So my thing though is that just shows you how exceptional Jordan was. That literally beyond, bro, even in Nigeria, Bulls jerseys all through the freaking 90s. So my thing though is, unless you have a Michael Jordan, the media isn't going to put like bro. I was just that I've not had time because I've been doing like football hot stuff. But it's like these Cavs are like, do you know how the kind of crazy run these guys have been on? And how good the Thunder have been, and like you hardly hear any of them being spoken about on First Take or anything.
I think the Thunder. I think the Thunder have the best point differential
No,
in
the best
NBA
net
history.
rating of all time.
Yeah, like
They have one of the best defensive ratings.
yeah, like the net, like the way, like for example, you said the Thunder. For example, when Durant was on the Thunder or Westbrook, like, for me, you heard quite a lot of them on the media compared to like this team, and I'm like, this team is as talented. Like, Shea's like literally like he's probably going to win the MVP. The fact that you guys don't talk about them as much, like it's crazy. Yeah, and I think SK said the thing about Shaq. It was a point with him, like the Pistons, like it doesn't even like you guys are on TV. You don't even watch teams. You don't even know who are on the teams. I think Shaq said, "I don't watch you if you're over 500." And like the Pistons are like,
who the Pistons coach was.
It isn't. And that's why I'm like, these are the guys that are on TV that you're supposed to have the knowledge and know about the league. You guys don't even. The guy doesn't watch one like this, and that's just one of the best.
I want to retweet because people are trying to cook me in the comments. Before 1991, the Chicago Bulls was not a major market in basketball. That is a fact.
But Chicago is a big market.
Chicago is a city.
Wait, hold on. Before 1991, they were a big market in the NBA.
Chicago's a big market.
No. I didn't say Chicago. I said that the Bulls as a franchise. Going to that, was that seen as a major franchise before 1991?
No,
it was not.
No, but HH,
so my thing is that Michael Jordan made it into a massive franchise where, Chicago Bulls, this is Michael Jordan's franchise. Basically, when Derrick Rose came through, the whole thing was like, oh shit, could Derrick Rose bring the Bulls back to their great heyday that Michael Jordan did? So my thing though is, Michael Jordan is the reason why it became that. So my thing though is, because my argument is, if let's say Doncic committed to the Mavericks, could he, once he truly reached his peak, made it into that huge massive franchise? If let's say they won 1, 2, 3 championships,
no, it's a small market.
No,
small market.
But even the NBA's promotion is pretty weak. Like because like Denver is supposed to be a big market when you look at the success they had in the playoffs, or even Oklahoma City, even before Shea and everybody took over. Like KE, Russ, that was supposed to be a huge market that other free agents could go to when they have to change teams, make negotiations, and all.
Okay, wait one second.
So yeah, we're just talking about the playoffs then.
Yeah, so just playoffs in general. I'll talk about this, but just your general thoughts on the playoffs so far on the teams.
Yeah, man, it's actually been very entertaining. I can't lie.
That Knicks Pistons game was a very good game.
Yeah.
Last night, very
good game.
Overall, bro, I'll be honest. Like, do you want like the boring answer, or do you want like the
Give me both.
I'll give the real stuff. Give the real stuff.
first.
Because
Yeah,
like
give us our
let's be
review.
real, the two best teams currently are the Thunder and bro. Shout out the Cavs. All due respect to them, bro. The Cavs are not
Celtics,
beating
yeah.
the Celtics in a
Yeah,
7-game
facts.
series.
Speak it, AK. Speak
They're
on it.
not beating the Celtics in 7-game series.
Facts.
So it's Thunder and Celtics. That's
Hey,
what I'm looking at.
don't
So
sleep on the Clippers, bro.
Ike, you're putting your trust on a guy who was faking an injury, and his coach had to tell the medical team not to go and help him up while he was faking an injury.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So it's that simple, HH. I mean, I personally I would like to see something like the things that
Okay, so the Knicks can only meet the Celtics in the semis. Or can meet them in the
yes.
final.
Yes. I think
Semis.
in the
bro.
semis.
You need to watch more
But-
basketball.
But like in terms of like upsets or surprises, I mean, I could see the Clippers going very far. I mean, yeah, when after during the regular season, I think after Kawhi came back, they had like I think like the fourth best offensive rating in like the NBA, and they had like there was like a lineup with like Kawhi, Zubac, Harden, Chris Dunn, and then like one other guy which had I think like one of the best like net ratings
Norman
in
Powell.
the NBA. Yeah, Norman Powell, which had one of the best net ratings in the NBA.
Oh, step off from the mic, brother. You took this.
Oh yeah, and like I know the Thunder are better than them.
Gotta be deep throwing his
Wow.
I know that the Thunder are better, but like, could you put your trust in Kawhi doing something against them? Possibly.
If he don't get hurt, that's all.
Well,
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
it is.
bro.
That's the thing with Kawhi. Like
But
the
that
knees
team
is
is
No,
good,
weak.
bro.
And
but babies,
That
I'm one
team
of
is
those
really
guys
good.
where like I think maybe not, even if he's super rich and everything, he needs to give him some of the money. I think when you look at Steve Ballmer's passion and just how into it is, and the fact of the Lakers and also the LA Fakers have ruled LA for so long, it would be an interesting narrative if you just saw the Clippers just at least make the finals.
Never gonna
That would
happen.
be. And also,
Yeah,
let me say, okay, this is a hot take. Let me say right now, and people will agree with this. If Kawhi leads the Clippers to their first championship, I'm putting him as one of the GOATs. In terms of what he did for Toronto,
What?
so basically, if you've led two franchises to their first championship,
in terms of playoff performance,
Let me speak on it.
in terms of playoff
wait,
performance,
hold on,
not
Barry.
many
Name me a more dire achievement than that. Leading two
Dirk.
separate franchises to their first championship, being the
Nah,
number
I
one
mean,
star.
It took
HH.
Dirk like 20 years,
Dirk.
but okay.
Can I respond to your point?
Yeah, that's why you won a franchise, though. Sorry, Barry, what are you saying?
Nah, because obviously it helps because it enhances his reputation of being one of the best playoff performers ever. But there's more to that. You need an All NBA. You need maybe regular season MVP.
No, Barry. This
Yeah,
is
so-
purely a good argument. This is just a purely good
Nah, but
argument.
yeah, but it's great, but it's not gonna put him like in the GOAT's convo. Like you need more than that. Like
In
all
basketball,
NBA.
you can't give your way
Yeah.
to
he
a.
won't even be top 15, top like come on,
No,
That
no,
part
no.
is true, though.
No,
You know
he'd
what
be top 15.
No,
He'd
you
be
know what it
15.
would do? You know what it would do? It would definitely like when in terms of having that conversation of the guy you want on your team come playoff, like he's one of the first picks. Like, if the
Yeah, of
guy's
course.
doing that but in terms of all time greatness, I don't think he's up there. And I love Kawhi Leonard, bro. I don't think that would do that for him.
We need to pop the brakes.
So what chance did you see of Clippers actually coming through, or it's not?
Nah, but
let's say
I mean-
everybody is healthy, including that bomb, Harden as well. Do you see them come through or no?
I think
they have the best chance of being the Thunder if they.
Are you gonna
let's
trust
listen,
James
SK.
Harden in the big game, HH?
The
You
biggest
trust
problem.
James
Okay,
Harden?
let me go to SK then J Stop.
The biggest problem is gonna be, the Thunder are really fucking good at defense, bro. So even if Kawhi cooks, am I supposed to rely on Harden, Powell, and Zubac to show up against
No.
Chet? Lou
Never,
Dort, Alex
never
Caruso?
rely on James Harden in a key playoff game. Never do
No,
that.
but I'm just saying,
No.
just look how many defenders they have, bro. Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams. Shea is a good defender in his own right.
Casey
Chad
Walker.
Hold'em as the back.
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein, man.
Bro, like their defense is OP as shit. Like, and one guy like spamming mid-range jumpers, even if he does it at the same clip he was doing in game 2, I don't think it's gonna be enough to offset what I think that Thunder team is gonna do to everybody else. And also on top of that, Kawhi's playmaking is not the best. So yeah.
what's it called? Stops. Clippers chances.
Well, I'm a Laker fan, so I'm gonna say never. But
Wow.
on paper, it's
Lakers
just
are-
they're actually a really good team, bro. Like in all honesty, they can switch a lot. Say what you want about James Harden, he's still one of the greatest passers ever. Like he can. But the thing is about him is like he'll do good game 1, 2, 3, and 4, but come that big game 6, man, he'll go like 0 for 36. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to
That's disgusting.
bro, remember that game against Golden State? They missed like
0
straight
for
threes.
36 is psychotic, bro.
Bro, they missed 27 straight threes against Golden State in like 2018.
That
Actually,
is
I think
bro,
the better
that is
the better game.
crazy.
Actually, I think the better game
Crazy,
to
bro.
go to for your point.
Yeah,
would be-
27 3 is that is
But that-
basically. Do you know what the thing is that? And this is the thing that pisses me off about modern NBA. So growing up, there was a variation. So outside, inside. You're going inside and outside. Bro,
No, there was not.
you are you are on a break. There's literally a clear lane inside.
No.
This is
Why
why
do you
they
stop?
stop.
No. Everybody press him. Everybody press him.
I'm like, are you insane?
Press him.
It's
Why
just
does
outside.
bald,
Not everybody is
ashy-headed,
Steph Curry and
dry-skinned
Clay.
scalp
Everybody thinks that
motherfucker
there's
just
Steph Curry and Clay.
lie?
And that's what Steph Curry has indirectly ruined the NBA.
No, oh my god.
Indirectly.
Whoa, what
here
is
we
he
go.
doing?
And-
Steph Curry
Yeah.
And
not-
you see the guys that say that they don't watch every team, they just speak on specific teams. It's like, oh, everyone plays the same way. That's not true. The Pistons don't play the same way the Celtics
Exactly.
do. Even the Thunder, they don't play. It's just because you see these guys, you see the clips on Twitter. All these
Do
guys
you
show
watch your
1,000
Magic play? The Magic
Yeah,
don't
that-
play the same way as Celtics.
Bro, he
Yeah,
hasn't
that-
watched
yeah,
a Magic game since
and
the
it's-
freaking
yeah,
NBA
bro,
finals.
That old NBA, there was no outside in that old NBA. These guys will just pass the ball to the big man, let him back his man for like 20 seconds, and then
I
see
seen
what
a
happens
clip.
there.
Hey, can you know?
I
Come
seen
on.
a clip, bro, where Michael
bro,
Jordan
it's
at the
just like-
3-point line and no one's guarding him. Like they just packing the paint. He's dribbling the ball at the 3-point line like he's Russell Westbrook, bro. Like people weren't shooting the 3 back then. It is what it is, man.
Now you know what I would say too. You know what I would say
Yeah.
too on this whole like visual.
Everybody
I
got a
think what it is,
Gergen
too,
press fucking.
if you
HH's
watch
dumb
the
dribble.
NBA now, and honestly, I'm a bit disappointed because you are literally a fan of football, bro. The modern NBA, the way like the plays run, there's so many like small details that you have to really like pay attention to. That like in the old NBA, bro, like the play was so slow that so everything that they were doing was obvious to see upon first viewing, right? Like nowadays, if you watch a play and it ends with a guy shooting a 3, if you're not paying attention and if you're just like kind of like half watching it, all you're gonna see is like they're just spamming threes.
SK, he doesn't even watch football. This guy
frustrations.
watches 3 teams. He watches Barca,
Wait,
Real
hold
Madrid,
on.
and Chelsea.
I'll throw you out to prick. Listen, let's remember, like, I do have my frustrations and everything.
He's exposed the
But
shit
my
out
thing,
of this
but
guy.
look, see, like that Pistons Knicks game, that was a great game. I was like, you know what? That was actually a really, really good game to watch. So
I have a
if there
question.
are
I have a
more games
question for
like
you,
that, and also because it's almost like it was like a blend of styles and everything. I'm like, if there are more games like that, it's fine. All I'm
Bro,
saying though
did you
is
not
that
watch the Lakers?
No,
Lakers
AK,
Timberwolves
AK,
Clippers?
AK.
But no.
You know how HH watches sports?
How do I beat Ricardo?
No, hold on.
No. Okay, can I respond to
when
AK?
you
Then
watch
you
sports,
can talk as
hold
much
on.
as you want.
When you watch sports, you don't even look at it from a tactical lens. You just look at who's jumping 8 feet in the air, who's breaking
This is
whose
a lie.
ankles,
This
who's
is a-
chucking the furthest 3.
Okay,
Bro,
let me-
you're not
let me
watching
respond to
it.
you. Let me respond.
AJ, name 5
See,
Orlando Magic players right now.
Wait, hold up. Okay, the issue though is that based on when I'm in Europe,
We're
those
waiting,
Western
AJ.
Conference
5
games
players now.
are hard to watch, bro. You see, the Eastern Conference games are fine, bro. Those
Bro,
Western Conference games, that's like 4
Yeah,
or 5
them,
games.
them,
No, it's tough.
them,
Do you not
them
watch the
3:30,
Magic play
4
the
a.m.
Celtics?
games.
They're entertaining games. Even the second game, the Magic versus Celtics, it was entertaining.
You know, HH only watched the
I
New
don't
York
know.
Knicks versus
Who's
Detroit
the
because
Magic's
they're
best player?
one of the few NBA American cities he knows. He's not watching no
HH,
fucking
no,
Oklahoma.
you know,
He doesn't even know where Oklahoma is on a map.
Shout out to the Thunder, man.
It's just, I think
Who's the Magic's best
someone.
player?
HH is not watching no basketball team where there's no
Who's
black
the
people in those
Magic's
cities,
best
man.
player? Who's the Magic's best player right now? currently?
I'm gonna throw this.
No,
out
no,
there.
I just
Wait,
want
wait, hold on. What's it called?
Who did the Magic draft last?
Yo, who just scored 30 points for the Magic last?
Yeah, for the Magic, HH. That's your team. HH, that's your team. You should know it.
Name Dwight Howard starting 5 in the NBA Finals.
What's it called? Kenny, talk to me. Kenny, talk to me.
Oh,
Okay, I couldn't even say Rashard Lewis,
At least
man.
look it up, bro. Okay.
He couldn't even say Jameer Nelson. He couldn't even say Jameer Nelson.
No, but
Yeah, shouts to
no,
Pablo
but-
Manchero, bro. Go for it. Go for it.
That's crazy. No, but honestly, like the plot, like a lot of the games, they're quite. I feel like some of the past playoff, Burnley last year or 2 years ago, I feel like
Kenny, are the Flippers making the final?
No, the Thunder are there.
And that's
But
your
I
only
do think
question?
that.
Why are you
I do
focusing
think,
on the Clippers, bro?
Yeah, why are you focusing on the Clippers?
Because I'm in narrative
And-
matches and
That's getting destroyed right now.
That's what it
Go
is.
through.
He
And
doesn't
those
watch
losers
football
did
through a tactical
those
lens. He watches
losers
based on
denied
narrative.
Magic
It's
that
like
championship
15
in
other
was it
teams.
one in 2010? That was Dwight Howard's championship.
They denied it himself. They denied them themselves by showing up like a bunch of bums against the Lakers.
Kenny, go for it.
Yeah, no,
Kobe
but
averaged 35 against y'all bums.
if we're being, I think in the West, I think they do have the best chance of being the Thunder, but the Thunder is still favored by far. But like I said,
Luka owns the Thunder, by the way. Luka owns the Thunder.
Yeah, it's all I'm saying is watch other teams. You know what I'm saying? Watch you can watch the Pacers, the Bucks. You can watch the Magic. Your Magics are obviously they're gonna lose, but at least they're showing good account of themselves.
Like yo, Kenny, you know what's funny part is I only watch Anthony Edwards because that motherfucker, whether he's up 20 or he's down 20, he's talking shit. That's the only reason.
Let me.
See, that's why I love Anthony Edwards.
So, Lakers, what do they do this year? What do Brown and Luka do this year?
Second round max.
Yeah, are we on ESPN? Are we on First Take right now? What's going on?
Let me be delusional. Let me be delusional.
What is this hate?
Yeah, this is First Take. What's your record? What are you saying?
To be honest, I never really had the expectation. I mean, to be fair, when they got Luka, they made a pretty good run into the regular season. But delusionally, obviously, when you got Bron and Bron in the year 20-5.
How old is this? So is this 40 years old? 40.
I don't know.
Is older than Michelle, right?
I know.
It's older than AK as well. To be honest, maybe at best. Okay, to be honest, I don't even know if they'll beat the Wolves. I'd say a conference finals is a successful season based on where it started and how it ended. But I mean, look,
we need a big bad, bro.
But I'll be honest, like we're not winning another title with LeBron, so this whole LeBron shenanigans, like you gotta get packed up.
Thank you.
It's Luka, baby.
So basically, you're saying you want the king to F off.
I am a Lakers fan. I've never been a player FC fan.
Pack his ass up.
LeBron gotta go. I'm sorry, you did great. You won us a championship. Time for you to go wherever the hell you want to go with your son.
Okay, so if he leaves, does his son stay, or does he leave?
Then great. I accept it.
He's not leaving though. That's
not happening.
If he leaves, his son is being sent to China, bro. What are we talking?
The Shanghai Sharks.
He's not leaving, bro.
Oh my god!
Shouts
Come on.
Shanghai Sharks.
Send him to Europe at least, man. No chance.
So what's it called?
Real Madrid.
If let's talk big talk. Who is winning? If you were to put money down, who's going to win the whole thing? Barry, talk to me. Who's going to win? If you're a betting man and you bet a team to win the whole thing, who do you think wins the whole thing?
Who's playing today?
Well, even though it's
and Barry, please tell me that 3 points Magic doesn't get another ring, man. That's what I want.
Nah, they ain't winning. The other day, Jimmy broke his ass against.
Jimmy does go hurt. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
but he's playing though.
If I had to put money, I have to say the Celtics because
Again,
I think the final.
No, but I mean,
hold up, man.
Bum ass.
Yeah, I know. Because how I see, I think we're gonna get a Celtics and Thunder final. I believe, even though it's boring, I just think they're the two best teams in their own conference, and I think the thing that separates them for me is experience because they both have comparable squads. Superstars, like obviously they have one more because Shea is a superstar, Tatum is, but Jaylen Brown, he's in between the all-star and the superstar, so he can come a clutch for them. And then also they have comparable depths, good coaches, good adjustments, good shooting also. So I just think experience, because they've been in the finals 2 times with the same core. So I think it's going to be the advantage experience because they're both on the same level, I would say. But experience in the finals, it does count. So I do think that if they face off, the Celtics will.
HH, do the Magic play today?
Yeah, they're playing right now.
They're playing right now.
No, I was trying to trick him, Barry. I tried to trick him.
Oh my bad, man. Oh come on,
Come on. What are you doing here? What are you doing?
AJ,
What are you
who's the
doing?
best
Hey,
team
y'all were
in the
so trash that they're sitting
Slade,
players.
talk to me.
Magic at home or
do you agree with Barry?
Boston?
Do you agree with Barry?
Well, I'm a Thunder fan, so we're going all the way, and I put hand on heart.
Okay.
You don't know what it's like, bro. This team 3 years ago set the record for largest home loss and largest away loss, and now we're 68-14. I think it's unfortunate what happened to Ja last night, but we're packing out the Grizzlies. I think we go to 7 against the Clippers, and then I think we pack out either the Wolves or the Rockets, and then I think we can beat the Celtics in 7 because we played them in both games and kicked their asses. I like Jason Tatum. I just think
he's on the team, man.
Yes, he's on the team.
Everyone does that, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Basically, Ricardo, shut up, man. It's lazy. Continue, man.
New here. My thing is that I like Jaylen Brown, but Jason Tatum has been a passenger far too much in the big moments.
That's why we have Tingus.
Michael, get in here. Michael, get in here.
I want to see what Kristaps Porzingis is able to do. I like the Cavs, but I can see them getting upset by the Pacers. I think the Pacers have been very good. They started the season terribly, and I think they have the size to deal with Evan Mobley, who, even though he won DPOY last night, he gets worked far too much. So I think it'll be Pacers. I think it'll be rematch Pacers-Celtics.
Wait, do you believe in Tyrese that much? Or do you think it'll be
not just Tyrese, it's the people around him.
Or do you think
Miles,
they have very good. They have McConnell, they have Nembhard and Nesmith.
Yeah.
I think they can beat the Cavs in 6 or in 7. It's not going to be easy. And then I don't know about the Knicks and the Pistons, bro. I think the Knicks will be able to beat them, but I think they might get packed out by the Celtics. So I think it'll be Pacers, Celtics in the East Finals, and then the Thunder and probably the Rockets in the West.
Was it? Did the Pacers beat the Knicks last year?
Yeah, but the Knicks were injured though. They had hella injuries.
Yeah.
But yeah,
still went to 7. That was mad.
What's it called? Elijah, what are you saying, man? Who's your money on?
Well, my team couldn't even make the play-in, so I'm just.
Who are you a fan of, Elijah?
I'm a Hornets fan.
Shout out LaMelo Ball.
Wait, Elijah.
I've been.
Don't you live in Denver?
No, I'm from North Carolina. I live in Denver, but I'm from North Carolina.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. At least your college team's good.
I know. I've been suffering, bro. So I'm jealous listening to people talk about playoffs.
Wait, Elijah, do you hate Michael Jordan? How do you feel about Michael Jordan, the owner?
Michael Jordan. Okay, so
Elijah, don't you dare. Elijah, watch your mouth.
Is it Brown over Jordan?
I have my opinions.
Wait, is he as bad of an owner as he is good a player?
Trash owner. Amazing basketball. Trash owner. Amazing player, though. Amazing player.
It is good.
What do you mean by amazing player? The GOAT. Don't you say no? LeBron is an amazing player. Steph is an amazing shooter. MJ is the GOAT. Don't say amazing.
Respectfully, shut up, man.
You got watched my last podcast.
What's he trying to pull?
Hey, by the way, answer my DM, you bozo.
I am intentionally ignoring you, you prick. Elijah, continue. Elijah.
No, AJ, like I'm just saying, like, yeah, me personally, for the nostalgia, I would love to see a Lakers Celtics finals. That's just me. But we're not going to get that, so it would make sense to either get the Thunder Celtics, or if the Cavs could just not fall apart when need be, I would be very interested in seeing a Cavs Thunders finals.
No, you wouldn't. Let's be real. Celtics Thunders what we need. Either Celtics Thunder or Celtics against the Flippers if they're fully healthy. Again, shout out to the Cavs, but do you really want to see the Cavs in the final? Really?
Cavs Thunder would be a great game.
But technically, aren't the Cavs the 1 seed though? They're the one.
They are the 1 seed.
Yeah, they're the best team in the East. My thing is, I think Slade put it perfectly. That clown that came from Duke, that clown, Jason Tatum.
Tatum?
Enough with the bro. He's a passenger. This I want to be Kobe nonsense with the armband and bro, it's annoying. It's annoying. And remember when Jaylen Brown got Finals MVP, you could see that the guy was like, yeah, he's happy, but you could tell like it should have been me.
It should have.
You know what I'm saying? But
Shout out Jason Tatum.
moments were needed, Jaylen Brown did the job, and it's the same thing again. Me personally,
he's the Celtics' best player. Jaylen Brown is the Celtics' best player.
Yes.
So.
Nah, man.
It's not Tatum, bro. Like the whole Tatum thing is false. I'm sorry.
The Tatum Kobe is false, but Tatum is
also
he's better than Brown.
Jaylen Brown is like the Messi of side chicks, man. That's what he is.
Wait, hold up. You're saying Jaylen Brown is a side chick to Tatum? Is that what you're saying?
Let's put it this way: despite Tatum being a better,
Elijah took over this dude.
Man, you just saw listen to Stephen A. and all these guys, man. Like
Tatum's cute too, so counts for something.
So Jaylen Brown didn't dribble 2 seasons ago.
But that's, for me personally, yeah. So
am I lying though? Am I lying?
Thunder. My thing is, I wish Mike was still here. I don't know if you guys like to talk about the team I used to work for, HH. I think that series might be done.
Wait, hold up.
Wait, you worked for the Chicken Nuggets?
Is Jokic coaching the? I don't understand. Is Jokic coaching the team?
Were you the mascot?
Mike Malone is not there, so who else is going to coach them?
You worked for Kroenke?
Have you seen that defense, HH?
Have you seen the replacement coach? The replacement coach is like a character off of Simpsons.
The defensive scheme is garbage. Like, I'm sorry, the way they're trying to double Kawhi.
Respect Christian Braun, man. Respect Christian.
I'm sorry, man. They don't like firing your coach like a few weeks before the playoffs.
So Elijah, since you're
did they fire him because he had like a little bad month or something?
No. Okay. Did they give a concrete reason as to why they fired Mike Malone?
There has not been. I haven't heard a concrete reason.
Here's a reason. He had a bad March.
There is a reason. Now, I did ask some friends who are beat writers, and they have said there were some issues that he was too lenient with Westbrook. He was too lenient with Jamal Murray in terms of him ghosting in certain situations, and Jokic was just fed up. I think that part makes sense. But
Elijah,
so Jokic was the catalyst to get him to F off.
So
I wouldn't be surprised.
So Jokic is a racist?
Jamal Murray disappears from like a night to other night basis.
It's because his girl's not.
It's literally what Mike is saying. It's Jokic and Inshallah.
It's a Canadian thing though, so.
No, but it's literally Jokic and Inshallah.
What does that mean?
Elijah's talking.
Jay doesn't.
No, but like literally, like I said, it's literally Jokic and Inshallah. It's a joke.
HH.
Blown out by 30 in a playoff scenario.
Elijah, you know the NBA put out the 23-2 run on YouTube?
I work in media. Can I get some info?
Yeah, Darwin. So tell me, who's winning the whole thing? What's your inside scoop?
So I work in some information with the NBA, so I can give y'all some what's going on.
We got a leak. Leak the script.
Hold on. Make sure Adam Silver.
Hold on. Which refs are on the take, and how much are they?
Are the Lakers winning the championship? Are Lakers winning the championship?
Come on, guys. These dumbass questions, man.
Wait, hold on. Let him.
Yeah.
All right. So with the Thunder can go far. That's what everyone is talking about with inside the media with Stephen A. Everything, they know they can go far. So when they get on TV, the reason why they say Lakers is for the ratings. With the Luka trade, when Luka trade happened, it was because the ratings were so low, and the Lakers were remember, the Lakers were horrible. Nobody had them going far. So look at the AD trade. The AD trade didn't even make sense. It was just AD, 2-round picks, and Max Christie. Does that make sense to everyone?
To me, it does. As a Lakers fan, it makes sense.
Exactly. So look at look at the young age. So when they traded him, they needed somebody to like bring up the spark. The Celtics are on a crazy run. And the Lakers, remember back in the 80s, it was Lakers and Celtics that brought up every rating. So the Thunder, I have the Thunder going to the conference finals. But don't be
against
surprised.
The Lakers.
Don't exactly. Don't be surprised.
See, I told you he's leaking the script. He's leaking the script.
Let me tell you
Do
guys.
Barca
why.
win the trouble? Do you have that script?
No. He doesn't have that script. He doesn't have that script. Stick to the NBA script. Talk to me.
It's a fake name. That's why I put Don's Club. I'm not gonna put my real name out there. But
you just want to see the black SUVs.
But the Lake. Don't be surprised if the Lakers get a lot of favorable calls against the Thunder and the game ends in 6.
Hey.
Business is business. Sorry, man.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, don't be surprised.
Bro, he sounds like
My
Yasir.
girl is getting a 5th ring.
Come on.
So we're saying, so we're getting. Hold up. Now this is what I wanted the last season. So we're getting a Lakers Celtics finals.
That's the dream. No, that's
Yeah,
the dream.
bro.
Okay, so,
Luka lost to the Celtics last year, bro.
Wait,
Come
but
on.
hold up.
See, Ricardo.
He leaked the script.
Because let's be real. Something that would boost ratings fully is if it's Lakers Celtics.
Wait, Vibes Hangout's gonna be on first take tomorrow, man. This is the leak right here.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Barry, what you saying?
Yeah, but like the main reason why it's Lakers Celtics because the rivalry, they hate each other. This has no juice. They don't hate each other.
It's not a robbery, bro. It's not a robbery.
But Barry, that is what will like. Let's be real. Mavericks and Celtics was like, if it was Lakers Celtics. I remember last season they were both on the same number of championships. Yes, I know. There was attacks on the Celtics, but still they're on the same number of championships. So that would have even had much more of a narrative if they were both in the finals. And let's be real, based on these guys being the two most successful franchises, them being in a finals, that's going to garner a lot more interest than let's say
when half your championships when half your championships
big
come
as-
when there was like 4 teams in the NBA.
Yo,
I don't know how much they would count.
this Lakers Celtics rivalry is forced, man. Like, come on, man. This ain't the '80s no more.
Yeah, like it's not the 80s anymore.
Yeah, like come on. Man.
So any more leaks? Give us any more. Okay, so you're saying that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, continue.
Can you leak
so
the
I
Shannon
understand
shit
for
tape?
everyone's feelings. I understand for everyone, the Lakers aren't great. Everyone knows that. They're not that good as they put it out there. But remember, for the Thunder, they see the Thunder as a young team. They don't want to put the Thunder out there yet. They don't want to put the Thunder out there as they're going to win type of team. And with the East is very weak. The East is the weakest conference, and the Orlando Magic is going to get swept. I'm just going to let you know that, HH. And the Celtics will get there. The one thing that the NBA wants is they need Tatum to win the Finals MVP. Because for the past 5 to 6 years, for the past 5 to 6 years, the best player in the NBA is not an American player. It's been a foreigner. For the Americans right now, that's why when you talk about Jokic to them, they're like, okay, it's just another triple-double. It doesn't matter. Because for them, they need it to be an American player. LeBron, HH, imagine if LeBron was averaging what Jokic is averaging. What conversation you think would build with him?
They would
have been insane.
But see, that goes to the point I'm making is like, I feel that the powers that be in the NBA find it problematic that the best players are the best 4 players are non-American. So this Tatum thing is a real massive push because really this should really be Kawhi's era, but injury tax.
Yes.
So they're really trying to push Tatum. So
and also, if the Anthony Edwards situation, he has the flair, he has the swag. If Anthony Edwards was on a big market team besides Minnesota is a cold place no one really likes to go to. Remember, this happened to Kevin Garnett.
Other than like Somalis, but
Kevin Garnett. Remember what happened to Kevin Garnett when he was at Minnesota?
And
he was there for so long he couldn't get over the hump.
Shout out Yasir, man.
He left Minnesota, went to the Celtics, won his ring, won the Defensive Player of the Year. People put him in a higher echelon. Then he went back to Minnesota to finish out his career. So for right now, if I'm Shea,
that's Disney Plus, man.
If I'm Shea, I'll be worried because you might drop 30, 40, but guess what? For the narratives, if they play the Nuggets, if the Nuggets for some way somehow beat the Clippers, the Nuggets are beating them regardless because the refs, it's been going around. I'm just letting you know, it's been going around, and I'm being for real information. Remember, guys.
Oh no, this is look. Those guys are paid back.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Wait, hold on. Let me bring it. Wait, shout out to you, Nate. HH, pop out to New York City for Game 5. Let's go. Look, I mean, I wish we could just. It's a bit too soon. But look, here's my thing though, and also shout out because I think it was.
Does Nate think HH got Mr. Beast money?
Ricardo, you know, one of these days I'm gonna bitch slap you, man. So my thing though is because I was watching the game and Ben Stiller and what's it called, Timothy Chalamet, they were at the game before. Look, I think, let's be real, it would be huge for the NBA if the Knicks made the finals.
Yeah.
Even bigger than the Celtics.
Depends.
It's just okay. So do you see a scenario where Knicks make the finals, or
they have the
clutch
player of the MVP?
Knicks, that's a bum ass franchise.
Google the Knicks record against good teams.
For that to happen, the Knicks to happen, the Celtics would have to play. When I say horrible, like the Celtics would have to shoot horrible threes. Like horrible threes. Like they have to be bad. It would have to be bad for it to be even a long series. Because one thing, if you watch the Pistons game, when it's crunch time, I don't know if Cat gets scared. Towns gets scared.
Brunson is clutch though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, Brunson is. No, you're right. If Brunson is scoring all the points and Cat is just standing in the corner, then I'm okay with that. I can let Brunson go for 30, 40. But if everyone else is not touching the ball, then that's okay, because that happened to OKC last season. Remember when they lost to the Mavericks, Shea averaged 30. His other teammates didn't even barely average 15. And that's the problem with the Thunder going forward is, yes, defensively, they're a good stuck-up team. But when it's come to crunch time, do you trust Jalen Williams? Do you trust Lou Dort?
So quickly on Shea, has a Canadian ever won Finals MVP before?
Finals MVP, no.
No.
But there's been an MVP. MVP has been Nash. Nash is the only MVP, but never.
No. I'm talking about finals. Who's won the NBA and been finals MVP, leading a franchise MVP? Has a Canadian ever done that before?
No.
Kawhi is an honorary Canadian, so
okay.
Yeah. Also,
shout out to the Egypt. Tatum is not a superstar. Okay, do you view Tatum as a superstar?
No.
The Messi of McCall.
You want me to explain it to you, AJ? You want me to you want me to explain it to you? Look, Tatum, he's objectively a phenomenal player. Objectively a phenomenal player. In terms of maybe is he a superstar in the sense of the way he plays the game? I mean, the efficiency doesn't lie. He's high caliber, but he does not have the intangible. That's what will make him a superstar caliber player in the eyes of everybody. The guy is a phenomenal basketball player, but he doesn't. He lacks the charisma.
Anthony Edwards.
And the thing, this is what I'll say
he's
too.
He's better than Anthony Edwards. What are we doing, bro?
No. He's better than
Anthony Edwards has the. Tatum has the talent, and Edwards has the character, the personality.
Yeah, exactly.
If Tatum acted like Anthony Edwards, then
for sure,
we would have put him in a bigger. Echelon.
The thing with Tatum though is that he's so fundamentally good at basketball. There's nothing about his game that's like Kyrie in his handles or
Tim Duncan.
Okay, Ricardo. This is what I would say about Tatum. This is what I would say about Tatum as a Celtics fan. He probably has the highest floor of the players you'd put in the top 10.
He does.
He's an excellent basketball player. Even as a Lakers fan, he's an there's no flaw in his game, but he's just not excited. He's kind of like a better version of Thomas Muller, if we're being honest.
That's crazy.
But Tim Duncan comp.
But I think what was weird though, and you could even see because when they gave deservedly so when they gave that final MVP to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
you could see Tatum's reaction. He tries to obviously mask it because he won, but you could see his reaction was like, "What?" Because it was supposed to go to him, and that just was we know if you're the main man, you're the superstar thingy, and Jaylen Brown is this total complete nobody's side chick, and this total side chick who deservedly came clutch and won that finals MVP before you. I'm like, bro, we're looking at you weird because let's be real. When it came down to the clutch key times, Jaylen Brown did it. So if Celtics win, Tatum, when it comes down to those clutch moments, last 2 minutes, taking those shots and making those plays, you've got to be that guy. And for me, do you trust Tatum or Brown in those key moments, last 2 minutes?
If you watch the finals last year, the last game 5, Tatum get towards the third quarter only had 12 to 15 points. Tatum ended with 30 because he thought in his head he was going to win Finals MVP. Remember, towards the game, the Mavericks was already done. But
that was some step at it.
Yep.
Okay, but in that same vein though, in Game 4, up until the Mavs blew.
No, I don't blame you. Yeah. Is it? Yeah,
in that Game 4, up until the Mavs blew them out, he was by far the best player.
Yes, but remember, in the American mind head, how can I give you Finals MVP if you're not exciting to our eyes? Because remember, the people that's voting are ESPN. It's not fans. It's people that's journalists.
Bro, look, Iguodala got Finals MVP for guarding LeBron. For being honest,
exactly because
please, he deserved it.
You guys had deserved it.
If we're being honest, I understand everyone they always give Finals MVP to the game winning the team that won, but LeBron was actually the Finals MVP. He averaged literally 30, 36, 11, and 8.
I will say this though,
how do you let a man average that? You still wouldn't Finals MVP.
Wait. I will say this though on the Iggy MVP, even though Steph should have gotten it, I would say the reason why he got it was specifically because of that Game 4. Because remember, Game 4
clutched up. Yeah,
the Cavs had a chance to go 3-1.
Guys, we're writing history. Iguodala deserved that whole thing. And also, he has Nigerian heritage as well. So.
Can I finish?
Where did the man finish?
Bro, that's
that Game 4, the Cavs had all the momentum. LeBron had a chance to put the team up 3-1.
Yep.
And he held them to 20 points on terrible efficiency. That was really what got him. That was basically what got him that Finals MVP.
That is true.
Wait, hold on. Let me next. Cunningham body cam traffic jam Knicks in 5. so Knicks in 5 against Detroit?
No.
7. It goes to 7.
Going to 7.
I'm not gonna lie. Knicks fans are funny when they win a playoff game.
That game's going to 7.
Ricardo, it didn't happen at all.
Okay, so Lafala Brunson is better than Ants. You all just don't F with his aura.
He's more clutch than them.
Aura? What is this?
Wait, hold on.
Sexual attraction.
Okay, thank you. Are we saying Brunson is better than Ants?
Overall as a player? He's definitely more clutch.
He's definitely more clutch.
Who is the better player overall? Taking everything into account. Everything into account.
I can't lie. I'm taking Brunson.
I would say Brunson's a better scorer and playmaker, but Ant is more athletic, better defender.
Yeah,
and he's still obviously
he's got that thug in him too. He got that thug in him.
No, Ant's better. He's better defensively as well. I do think that maybe Brunson is better offensively.
Just like John Morant.
No, but Barry, I mean, Kenny, I would just say Brunson's more polished offensively. But when you can't, when you're 6'1", you can only defend so much, bro. So it is what it is.
But
okay, so basically we've gone round and round just to say that Celtics are going to go back to back. So
they will go.
Lakers.
It's not for sure because also issues.
Okay, hold on. So if Celtics don't win, who is the best bet to win if it's not Celtics?
The Lakers.
The Thunder.
Lakers.
OKC.
OKC are the actual
OKC are the Lakers. That's it.
Look, when it comes to American sports, I turn into a blind faithful.
Yeah.
When it comes to football,
but if the West don't mess around, Lakers shouldn't make the conference. They should be second round next.
No, Barry, why are you hating, bro? Chill the fuck out.
Depends on the matchup.
I want LeBron to get number 5.
They're packing the Rockets out of there.
You know that bum ass Kawhi.
Drop the brick.
Warriors.
Drop the brick.
Man, say Warriors.
Drop the brick.
Okay, because I'll say this right now. If Steph goes crazy and use all of his light skin juju to lead the Warriors to a championship, I will give him
scary conversation.
Don't let Steph win more titles than LeBron in his era.
Not even that,
bro.
Kobe.
No, bro. If Steph leads this Warriors
man, he ain't doing
the finals thing, even I'm gonna be like, you know what? That's just
it doesn't.
He might be top 5. It might be top 5.
It already doesn't sit well. It already doesn't sit well with my spirit that him and Braun got the same amount of championships. By the way,
yes.
But let's be honest. Some of those championships happen because people were injured.
KD's rings don't count.
Are we counting the Heat's championships? We're counting those rings, or
which one?
Of course. Wade was washed after 2012, right? Wade was washed after 2012, right? You know that, right?
If you watch the old head goats, I freaking watch this old man.
What's it called? AK, talk to me. Who's your money on for this?
So if the Celtics don't win,
yes.
Thunder. Like, bro, like, what do you want me to talk in terms of like talent or in terms of like ref payments and all that?
So do you realistically see a Canadian leading a franchise?
Why do you say it like that? Why do you say it like that?
Why do you say it like a
Ricardo,
Canadian?
after all the crap you've been saying before,
Wait, what do you have against us, man?
Exactly.
No,
all we do is bring entertainment to your channel.
Peruvian.
All right, whatever, Fufu Muncher.
Continue.
I mean, he is.
What?
I mean, he is the probable MVP. I mean, like, he is the probable MVP. You still have guys like Holmgren and Hartenstein and Jalen Williams. You have a lot of good depth there. But so, like, I think they, if not for the Celtics, I think they will go far. My third bet is on the Clippers and then the Cavs.
Okay, can I answer AK's? Okay, so AK. The reason for the Thunder is I understand the defense and everything, right? Now, if Shea is the only one scoring, who else do we rely to score?
No, but like even yesterday, I know it's against the bum Grizzlies, but
yes,
Chet Holmgren led that comeback.
Yeah, okay, listen. Okay, cool. I give you that one, right? Now let's say they play against Clippers. Chet Holmgren, you already know how the Clippers are physical and everything. Do you trust Chet Holmgren to at least give you 20?
No. I
would. No. I understand. Look, guys, we're looking for X's and O's. We have to understand. Okay, X's and O's, Thunder win easily, right? That's the best. But when we get to the crunch time, especially let's say the East is already done, for the narratives wise, let's say the Celtics are in the finals and there's the Clippers and the Thunder. Do you think they would want to put the Thunder out there?
So are you talking in terms of
it's called the refs live. The refs live.
Because look, if I'm talking about X's and O's, to me, if we're talking about like just take out narratives, we know it's Thunder Celtics. That's the matchup.
Yes.
But for the NBA, for them, that game's probably gonna go to 6.
Okay, then I would. Oh yeah, we have to talk about the Rock's a bum, by the way. But I would ask you this though.
Yeah,
the Clippers still have to be able to get the game close enough for the refs to rig it. So
they will.
So do you trust again?
I think they will.
Do you trust Harden?
Yes.
And Zubac and Norman Powell to show up.
Okay,
so Batum was big yesterday, man.
Okay, so if you've been watching this year, if you've been watching the Clippers this year, Harden became more of a passer than a scorer. So now you got to ask yourself though, who do you bet on more to score, Harden or Jalen or the second option Jalen Williams on OKC?
But the reason I'm asking you that is because the Thunder, like the Clippers, outside of Harden, who's there? Who else do they have to play make for them? Like I know Ben Simmons can kind of do, but he's not going to get minutes. Probably not.
Okay, so for the Clippers, the thing that you're banking on for the Clippers that's been going on in media, that's been talked about through the inside of locker rooms and the coaches, is that they're banking on Kawhi to really stay healthy, to give them at least 30. If James can give them 20 and Norman Powell can give them 15, now you have to put pressure on OKC.
That's a big if, man.
It's Kawhi and Angela. If Kawhi goes down, you cannot rely on James Harden. You cannot rely on James Harden, bro. It's impossible.
The reason, so now for the Clippers to win this, you have to put pressure on OKC's second score to score. Because if Shea has 40, this time Shea has 40, but the team still lose. Jokic had a triple-double last night and they lost by close to 20. Because if your second option isn't showing up, what else can you do? Because
hold on. Shout out to your boy Jibs. Enjoy this while it lasts. Wemby wins 4 in a row.
No, the Spurs good enough for that.
You know what would be sick?
Relax.
You know what would be sick?
Hold on, Slade.
You know what would be sick? If Luka doesn't extend with LA and then goes to the Spurs.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Lucas
He's not staying with the Lakers. He's not staying with the Lakers.
So what's your theory as to why you don't think he stays with the Lakers?
He doesn't want to be there.
He doesn't stay with the Lakers.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be there. He's seen how stupid this franchise has been. He saw how they treated his GOAT Kobe and they surrounded him with Jordan Farmar and Raymond Sessions and all these bums. Why do you want to go somewhere where you didn't want to be? And also for like personal narrative. It's the biggest fuck you. Go back to Texas and then team up with Wemby. Bro, he's getting infinitely more rings under a more competent franchise in the Spurs than he would with the Lakers.
Okay, so the reason why they hired JJ Redick, you gotta have to understand.
JJ what?
Bro, JJ
Respect JJ Redick. Respect JJ Redick.
No, half up.
He's been decent. He's been decent.
Listen.
He's been all right, yeah. First a year,
there's
coach.
levels to it.
The only JJ I recognize is JJ Okocha, bro. So continue.
Half up. Okay. I know
the guy who thought Ronaldinho everything else.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So I know everyone has the theory of
JJ
like Luka
Abrams.
wanting to leave, but when you're in a big market in LA, you're no matter how they treat you. But Jordan, okay, yes, they treated Kobe wrong. Jordan will forever be in an echelon where it can never be exposed. Like, so no one can ever pass Jordan in a lot of people's eyes, no matter what you do.
Anybody
For a lot of
the age
people,
of,
like there's
40.
a lot of people they will never allow you to pass Jordan, no matter what you do. They literally made in 1991 when Jordan only had one ring. They called him the GOAT, and Kareem already had 6. So there's
nothing. Kareem.
Come on, think about it. Think about it. It's 4. It's 4.
HH, come on. In 91, the moment he got that one, if you go on the posters, they'll call him the greatest we ever
because
seen.
nobody had ever seen anyone like him. Shout out to Kareem and everything he did. No, that's right. Guys, you had to be there. Kids, you had to be there to see him. You had to be there, bro.
HH, then why when you talk to Jordan fans, especially when I work in the NBA,
you're talking to one right now.
Okay, when you ask Jordan fans, why is Michael Jordan the GOAT? They say 6-0, 6-0. I said, remove the rings. Why is he the GOAT? They said
because he was
somebody like listen, right? They always say we never see somebody like him. There's like he has that X factor, that feeling. Like
the Tata.
I said the feeling, right? I said, okay, feeling. I said, why don't you feel the same way about other players? They said, well, they're just not Jordan. I said, what do you mean by that? Well, they don't turn like him. He don't have the swagger. He don't have the aura. I said, is that it? What about his game? He's like, yeah, he can give you 30. I said, okay, cool. How do you feel about Kobe? Well, Kobe, he's okay. You know, he's just Michael Jordan's little brother. That's what they say. They're not going to say it on TV because the man passed away. They're not going to say that because of his wife. They say he's just Michael Jordan's little brother. I always ask him, by the way. I always ask them, why don't they put, when they're having a debate, why don't they ever bring up Kobe's name? They always say he's just a little bro. That's why when you ask them, why do you support Kobe? They're like, oh, it's just because Jordan. He said he looked up to Jordan.
No, but see, Devon, here's the thing. No one will ever surpass him.
Yes.
It's never. So basically, my thing is that let's just dead that whole thing. Let's just play basketball, win rings and everything. The whole GOAT thing, like it's MJ. It's a done.
How about we talk about it right now as the next segment?
Let's talk about it. No,
it's a done.
If Wemby goes 7-0, what would you say?
Hey, Robert
Horry.
Like, hey, Robert Horry exists.
No, hold up, Devon.
No.
Shout to the BFG.
No.
But hold on, Devon. I'm not putting a BFG over the GOAT.
No,
that's nasty.
You know what you sound like? You sound like my dad.
Yeah, you're calling Wemby a BFG?
No, you sound like my dad.
See, Devon. There's certain players that come along where it is just what it is. It's me. Like. There will never.
There are certain players that come along that old heads just love to defend.
You know what it is. You know what it is. HH's entire childhood is shattering before him.
Ricardo, this is all because you need to.
See, here's my thing. LeBron already messed up with that. Final that he lost, and Ricardo even admitted to that in our podcast as well.
What?
Steph Curry is a 3-point merchant.
No,
and Wemby. That's just BFG tax.
No. Okay.
In terms of
I'm not gonna lie. We might have to boycott this guy's channel, bro.
It's crazy, man.
See, let's not even do. See, let's just enjoy these players for what they are. Let's enjoy.
Okay, you're right.
Bro, you're the one calling him an overrated 3-point merchant.
Yeah, exactly.
I said that he's the greatest.
You know this guy. He puts Penny Hardaway in gold combos, by the way.
What is wrong in saying that?
Bro, you literally said Allen Iverson is greater than Stephen Curry.
No, you call him a 3-point merchant. Those are two different
things. Okay, I was doing that.
Chicken and waffles.
Okay. Jokes aside, he's the greatest shooter of all time. But I'm not putting him top 5 player of all time. Hell no.
Why not?
No, but you see you have a conversation about LeBron and James. You say, oh, James lost all them finals, but you're the same guy that will say that Iverson is better than Steph Curry. The guy who has no finals MVP, no finals. He's
got
gone to the
nothing.
finals once,
Put
and the
Steph
guy
Curry
is
on that team. What
His
did he do?
biggest accomplishment is winning a game against the
his
Lakers.
biggest.
Can you put Steph Curry on that team? What
Oh
does
my
he
gosh,
do?
man.
He wins.
And he said no, but he said that, you
a
know,
very simple question.
it's
A very simple question.
No, Iverson's
Put him on
biggest
that team with those
accomplishment is
foot
winning
seven
one game against the Lakers.
Hold on. No, Kenny, here's the thing right there. Ask anybody. One of the greatest displays by an individual was that game one by Allen Iverson against the Lakers.
You see,
that game in and of itself surpasses anything that Steph
Yo,
Curry
no, you guys, all that's probably over. You guys overheard this game because the guy stepped over Ty Lue once, and then he had a bit of swagger by him. Yeah, nice,
No,
cool.
Kenny.
And then he got gentlemanly swept out of that finals and lost.
Kenny, here's the thing you have to realize about old heads, bro. Is you're not
and
fighting.
So Kenny, is this way now show me his roster compared to Steph Curry's roster, who got carried by
What happened like when he went to Denver with the bad team?
What about when he went to
what happened then?
Bro, off the field antics. He has
No, Kenny, you know what it is? You know how old heads watch sports when they were kids? They just sit around, they have their parents sit in front of them and just tell them. They don't even watch the game. They just tell them the myths about these players.
Ricardo, here's the thing. We're arguing with the idea of whatever HH is, not what actually happened, bro.
Exactly.
So you can't really argue against that because like you're arguing against something that isn't real.
You know they'll say that he's the only man to give MJ
in 20, 30 years
the
time,
crossover.
Iverson will still be seen as more
impactful. And that's the thing with these orders. Like, do you know
what are we doing now?
No, yeah, but real quick, the orders, they always take like the blemish of the whole career of one player, but then when it's their player, they take the best years and they don't talk about the trash years where these guys were garbage. You forgot about them, yeah.
You know the Sixers wanted to trade Allen Iverson literally a year before because they were sick of him, bro.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm not reading this out. I'm not reading this out.
But I remember.
I'm not reading.
Can I say one thing?
Bro,
when you were to win that podcast recorded, I already knew you lost when you said, "Oh, don't talk to me about the years before he won the rings and then after with the Wizards." I'm like, bro, what are we doing? We can't talk about
that's bad.
Oh, as in when I brought that up,
I might have to watch it back for my masterclass.
Because I remember you were trying to put up the whole picture, and they said, "Don't talk to me about the years before he won and the years with the Wizards." I'm okay with that, but before we can't talk about the Pistons, the Celtics,
the Bucks.
Barry. No. Barry. One guy went 6-0. Another guy lost to Jason.
Oh wait, hold on. Can I ask the panel a question?
Barry, it's very simple. 6-0, Jason.
I can respond to that.
Wait, hold on. Can I ask a question?
And lost to Jason Terry with an overpowered team, a cheat team. You lost to Jason Terry with a cheat team.
Wait, can I ask a question?
What was the Bulls?
Okay, Ricardo, tap me in after. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to ask: was the Jordan versus LeBron debate I did with HH, was that a good tussle or was that a wash?
I didn't see it.
Wait, in terms of the podcast?
Yeah, the performance. Like who won that debate? I know I beat you, but was it a good tussle?
No. You put up a good fight.
No, I didn't ask you. I'm asking everybody else.
Bro, HH had some jabs, but he got
No, but look, but these are all new.
All right, gentlemen, sweep.
Yeah, the thing is that honestly, I don't even mind saying that Jordan is better than LeBron. I don't think that is some crazy statement.
It's not a crazy thing.
Hold on, Kenny. What do you mean?
But he's not.
It's not even a debate. He's the
GOAT. That's the issue we have when people come out here and saying it's not even a debate, it's not even close.
No, it's a debate. It's a debate.
It's a debate. No, Kenny, you're talking about Michael Jordan.
Yes, you're talking about LeBron James.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan needs to worry about his liver.
Just because you enunciate his name doesn't make it better.
Also, on the whole 6-0 thing, right? Like, we really gotta talk about the dudes that Jordan actually played in the finals. Because if it's
but that's my point. Yeah,
that's the point I brought up.
That's always kind of like stuck out to me is none of those teams ever won a championship, even when Jordan wasn't there. So how good were they really? When Hakeem was there, when
SK, you can only beat what's in front of you.
Can I finish?
Apparently,
Okay,
Clyde
fine.
Drexler
Okay,
would have been the GOAT if it wasn't for
Clyde
Michael.
lost to the Pistons. Magic Johnson was. I'll give you that. Even though like Kareem retired, and Loki had a.
He had STDs, man. They played him when he had STDs.
Bro, the Jazz.
Man.
You know the Jazz. You know that
Yeah,
Karl
that's dud,
Malone.
actually.
You know that Karl Malone Jazz had a losing record in the playoffs the entire time they were together. A losing record because they kept losing in the first round because they sucked and they were losers and they didn't know how to do anything outside of the pick and roll. And then the Sonics were also bums who literally lost to an 8th seed like a year or two prior. So like none of those teams, even after Michael Jordan retired, did they win after he wasn't there anymore?
SK, speak on expansion tax. Expansion.
No. Hold. Okay, so SK, what you're saying LeBron is greater
I'm
than
literally
MJ,
older than
that's-
my.
that's-
I'm
that's-
saying-
No. SK, I don't care what you're saying.
Yo,
What
you don't care what
is
I'm
the
saying.
point
Why
you're
you asking
making?
me a
Is
question? What the hell?
LeBron greater than Jordan? Yes or no?
I'm not gonna let you derail this conversation. I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna.
No. But SK, the whole point of this is where do you stand on who the GOAT is? Where do you stand?
My point is, using the 6-0 argument is crap. If you think MJ is better, that's fine. But 6-0 is not a good argument because half the teams that MJ played against didn't really do shit in the context of NBA history.
Exactly. LeBron was facing dynasties. LeBron was facing dynasties.
SK, let me ask you this question. If you put peak MJ on that overpowered cheat heat team, does that game go to game 5?
He gets locked up by JJ Barea
against Mavericks, yes or no?
Shout out JJ Barea, by the way.
SK, I'm sorry. That is
he's gonna see Kawhi is gonna be
blemish
shook
on LeBron's legacy.
Exactly.
I probably, but what that loss is a horrible blemish on his legacy.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with you saying MJ is better. Like no one said that. No one said you think MJ is better is like stupid or anything. All I said was just saying 6-0 and leaving it at that is a bad argument. That's all I said. That's the only thing that I said.
Exactly.
I'll give you this. The issue I have with the 6-0 thing is because you can have 6 rings. You know Robert Horry has 8, right?
7.
7-0.
7, yeah. You know
John
like,
Havlicek. John Havlicek has 8.
Yeah, Havlicek has what?
And he's 8-0.
John Havlicek is 8-0.
Bill Russell has what, 10 or 11? How many does Bill Russell have?
Exactly.
Bill Russell has 11.
They don't count though.
And John Havlicek is 8-0, so he doesn't have any losses either.
No. Those are against like 4 NBA teams. Those shits don't count, bro.
So I don't. The 6-0 thing cannot be the only debate when you're doing a GOAT debate. I believe it should be more so. Yes, the accolades. Yes, the performances.
The body of work.
Yes,
the body of work.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Money time. How?
Say money time. What the fuck is money time?
The degree.
This guy's talking about contract years.
No. Okay, Elijah. So let me guess. You believe LeBron is the GOAT based off of points tax?
No. Actually,
no, it's a lot of things.
So Elijah, who do you believe the GOAT is? Elijah.
I do not choose to speak in this.
Yeah. See,
okay, let me go.
No, because if I say it's if I bring facts and
is it Hakeem? Is it Hakeem?
Elijah? Just tell me. No. Elijah knows. We are here right now, Elijah. Who is your
Barry, let me
just
say it. Barry, can I tell
Elijah,
you?
say with your 6'4" Congolese chest.
All right, let me explain. I think I'll do this. Okay.
Marcus Rashford.
What is he thinking? What is he thinking?
I think for me personally, and this is personal. This is your opinion.
He can be Mutombo.
I'm dead. I do believe that. I do believe
that's his good goal. That's his. He can be Mutombo.
That's HH on old head goats, but that's how hard he's thinking.
I do believe that LeBron Ramon James is the
senior.
Okay, that's okay.
Senior.
Okay, and okay, why? Because he has the most points.
No, even that in itself. Let's even start it from that.
What do you mean?
That's a side quest accomplishment. That's a side quest.
Yeah, that's also a very insane thing to do.
Oh, let me guess. So let me guess. He's the GOAT because he allowed Kyrie to take the shots that actually won them the game in Game 7. That's why.
What about LeBron? What about
hold on. I'll give you.
John Paxton and who's the
Steve
Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Come on.
White lives matter.
Just because you pass the ball to somebody to take the shot doesn't mean freaking Ron Artest took the game winner in 2010.
Exactly.
Like what's the difference? The thing is, I feel like when we're doing the GOAT debate, it needs to be based on tangibles. A lot of people do this GOAT debate based off of just
feelings.
Feelings, vibes. Are you compare the accolades, compare the performances, and then compare the body of work. That's what I'm talking about. Because I feel like another thing, people keep acting like Jordan was just that 6 to 8 year period. Jordan was not just a 6 to 8 year period. Jordan was a 14, 15 year period.
It's actually 13 if you're excluding Wizards.
And Elijah, you know what's even sadder? Jordan's a good enough player that you don't have to cape like this for this guy, bro. He's amazing at basketball. The dude averaged 37.
Wait, what do you mean by SK? The guy scored
averaged 37 in a playoff. But this one last old head wouldn't even think of that because all you can say is 6-0.
SK, you know what it is? Okay, this look. If you believe Jordan is the greatest, that's totally fine. It's a valid opinion. The problem is that you old heads think it's not a debate. It's a genuine debate.
It's especially with this guy doing what he's doing at the age of 40. When did Kareem retire? I think Kareem retired at the age of 41, 42-ish, something like that.
Yeah,
This guy is playing at an elite level at the age of 40. There are maybe 3 other athletes that I remember in my lifetime that were performing at a high level.
What's he averaging this year? Does anyone know his average this year?
24, 7, and 7.
Was it his career average? I think it's his career average. No, we're close.
No, he actually literally 24, 7, and 7.
Yeah, but he was on a career. I mean, not career trajectory. He was on a streak where it was like
it was after
12 years of 20. I think it was 25 or 27 average a game.
Yeah,
per season.
That's almost Jordan's entire career.
It broke at the end of at game 82. Like, my thing is, it needs to be based on tangibles. It needs to be something that you could grasp. The idea of saying it's not a debate is foolish. It's foolish. The guy is playing. The guy had dropped a near triple double, and we didn't even hear about it in a playoff game.
Come on, HH.
This guy's gassing mid athleticism. He's gassing mid athleticism.
In an all-star game.
That was the dunk contest. That was the dunk contest. Okay,
mind you, the average NBA rookie is doing this.
Elijah, continue.
Hey, you see the Gatorade, man? That's the all-star game, man. Like, come on.
But yeah, no, like
some second round draft pick is doing this, by the way.
There's an NBA G League player that has 3 of those in a row right now. So.
Who's white?
He's white. And 5'11".
Yeah, that's actually a pretty big accomplishment when you factor into these ways.
Now, thank you for bringing this picture.
This is the prostate cancer game.
Because let's be honest, this 6-0 happen if it wasn't for number 33?
Jordan said himself.
To be fair, him getting to the finals doesn't happen without number 30.
Because let's be even when Jordan was gone, Scottie Pippen and those guys were still getting to conference semifinals.
Conference finals
with Pippen. Actually, yeah,
they won 56 games.
I'm trying to, and then the other guy was taking. He took the
that was
Cavs
amazing.
How many finals in a row? How many finals in a row did he take the Cavs?
It was 8 in a row.
He went 8 straight.
Yeah, look at Luke Walton on the bench.
I rest my case.
Also,
look at Curry reaching, man.
Who is Curry shooting this ball over? Who is
Steph.
that? I don't know.
Steph. It was a switch.
Oh, okay.
It was not supposed to happen. HA, come on. Clay was on them. They switched. Everybody was on them.
No, I'm sorry. For a guy that should rep, let's be real. This is the image that Steph Curry is going to be known for.
Also, this is how I know you're a person. If you want to cook Curry, you would be doing a better job of finding the clip where he couldn't pass Kevin Love. But again, you don't know ball, so you don't even know how to slam.
No, bro. This is literally the iconic moments of where a team 3-1 down against the best team ever said what's up.
HH, can you? I'm gonna show something on my screen. Can you please bring it up?
HH, can I ask a quick question? When was the last time you actually watched the basketball game from the first minute to the last minute?
Last night.
Knicks against the.
Yeah, no, he
Pistons,
tuned in
Not
like
even
third
your own
quarter. He
team,
tuned in like
Mitch.
third
Shut up.
quarter.
Can I?
Hold up.
Let Barry cook. Let Barry cook.
I mean, even
AK,
the
you just deleted the whole thing.
damn.
Nah, I just shared it, man.
Also, Ricardo, have you
Are you
heard
sure?
of playback?
Yes.
Bro, HH, you need to start a playback channel because we need to be able to watch the tape live because the tape don't live, bro. And HH, you don't have to worry about copyright on there, bro. So like you have no excuse. The tape doesn't live, bro.
No, you literally should. It's pretty good.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So explain playback again. What is it?
So it's basically like another like streaming app, but like you can play
can
like
actually stream the game.
you can play like actual footage without having to worry about copyright.
Oh wow!
And they
So
have
does
UCL
this work
too.
for footballers or only for
Yeah,
NBA?
it's for any
Bro,
sport.
Alex
yeah, look into
Goldberg
it,
is
look
on
into
it.
Oh yeah, he is on there. Yeah.
So no. Look, see, my thing here is, guys.
Oh, AJ, let me. Give you
Sorry,
some-
Barry, go for Barry.
Oh no, actually that picture of the shot from Kyrie, like obviously it was amazing, but it was only 3, and you remember with Ray Allen being up 3 isn't enough. So what actually clinched the series was the LeBron free throw to make it 4. Yeah, the block was also amazing, but like the LeBron free throw, it literally closes the series because it was 4, and then you only had one possession to score a 3 and 1 somehow. But yeah, the debate, like it's always been interesting. Like obviously, I like Jordan. I had tapes of him, like watching him dunking, mid ranges, everything. But I always hate the way old heads debate that debate because all my childhood, my teenage years, I had to hear some whatever the hell scenario on why he's better than LeBron and all that. And the 2 things that really annoy me is the 6-0 and the clutch somehow, which is a myth. And I'm gonna get onto that because the 6-0. One thing I'll say that was amazing was getting to the finals in the East back then, and even then, during the second three-peat, they used to be expansion teams. They get to the finals. The Bobcats, the Miami Heat, those were expansion teams. Those were brand new. And the finals, like they beat the Lakers with Magic with STDs and injured players, the Trailblazers, the Supersonics. With all due respect, man, like
the bum ass Suns that couldn't play defense.
The Suns were a good team.
Worthy and Magic were hurt, were they?
You mean the Sonics that are in Oklahoma City now?
Yeah, like
Elijah.
bro.
The same Suns that lost to an 8th seed like the year prior.
Shout out to Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, like shout out to them, but like these were trash teams in the West. That's why getting to the finals was impressive because there were some real teams in the first three-peat. The second three-peat, so that's how I see. In the clutch, that's the most fugazi, weird thing that the old head, especially Skip Bayless, has really made big damage to society, convincing that LeBron is not. LeBron, he has as much buzzer beaters in the playoffs as MJ and Kobe combined. 5. MJ has 3, LeBron has 2. LeBron has 5. He has as much as these 2 combined, and he has the most clutch shots in the playoffs ever.
The ones against the Raptors don't count, by the way.
It does, but it's it's not close. Like percentage, the shots that he made, it's way beyond the other contenders. So this whole clutch LeBron thing, like,
concede is the Warriors thing. Like that's Warriors thing. That's one that's like, okay. That's a dub. That's like beating that Warriors team. That's like
that's
not
a dub. That's the dub.
That's what's that was a
dub, yeah.
But actually, that's what's annoying in your debating because I remember when you were doing the Maradona against Messi with Ricardo, well, you said that put Maradona ahead of Messi was the 86. So would you say the same thing for LeBron? Like the 2016 is a better achievement than anything Jordan does.
Answer the question, man. You're always ducking the thing.
We need
answers. Like you have to answer, man.
Also,
because if you follow your logic, if we follow, no. Because if you follow the logic, then LeBron is better because Jordan doesn't have an achievement as good as that.
Yeah. Jordan's the A plus student.
Barry, the only thing though is who was Maradona's Kyrie Irving in '86? That's what I want to know.
Mario Kemp.
So you're arguing that Kyrie has a point.
I said Mario Kemp.
You will burn in hell when I'm through with you.
That's
Don't you dare
Mario
put
Kempis.
The only
Boruchaga
other
on
player I know from
the
that
same
team.
Buruchaga.
Don't you dare do
Buruchaga.
that. Don't you dare put Boruchaga in the same sentence as Kyrie Irving. Don't
It is.
So
To be fair, it kind
it
of
is
is the
true.
same
It is almost close, but the
comparison.
only issue though is that as good as LeBron was, as I cooked this Ricardo dude on the podcast,
Literally
did you see
nobody
Kyrie's
agreed with
stats
you.
throughout
You
those
really
series?
didn't.
His stats with LeBron were literally pretty much identical.
No,
So
no.
that wasn't like a
no,
one
no,
man.
no,
It was
no,
pretty
it
much
wasn't,
identical.
bro.
And also,
No,
listen,
that's a lie.
Let's bro. Which side chick would you rather have, Pippen or Kyrie? Choose the side chick.
Pippen.
What the hell?
Barry, choose the side chick.
Pippen is an all-time player. Kyrie is very
Yes.
good, but Pippen is an all-time player.
Wait, also, HH, can I share my screen? HH, can I share my screen?
Kyrie Irving
are
is
lies.
Allen Iverson with the clutch gene.
HH, these are lies. The only thing that they're comparable is points. LeBron washes him in rebounds, obviously because he's bigger, but assist, field goal percentage, steals, everything LeBron blows him out of the water. The only comparison you can make is points, and even that LeBron, yeah. So like, stop lying, man. Don't lie.
It's crazy. You say you say points when
wait, hold on. So LeBron family man goats. Okay.
What?
Wow. You know LeBron being family man is the biggest.
Hold on. SK, share what do you want to say, SK?
You know the stuff I heard in Toronto about LeBron.
We were talking about clutch time stats, bro. So this is how they perform in elimination games, bro. When you need to be, would you guys agree this is when you need to be like very clutch, right? Like this is when you need to perform properly, right?
Bro, those are the weird scenarios, like one game to save your life. That's what they say.
Yeah. Nuclear warhead pointing at your eyeball.
Give me Iguodala.
Shout out to Max Kellerman.
Also, don't look at the guy on the right, by the way.
The guy on the right, now respect the guy on the right.
Damn.
Context, though.
Yo, this is
pretty comparable.
Very trashly clutch player. I agree with.
What did Kanye say? 24.
So wait. Okay. So SK. When are these points scored? Are these points scored in the first, second quarter? Or are they scored in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter? When the game
Kobe has better free throw percentage, so that counts for something.
Good for him, Ricardo.
Elimination games. He lost 6 times though.
Wait, shout out to what's it called? Kelvin. Damn, this MJ sounding like Pele. Hashtag advantage.
No, it's not. It's not the same.
Nah, come on.
It's not.
To be fair, Pele was playing against postmen. Jordan was playing against actual professionals.
Okay, look, guys, I'm out. One love, guys. I'll see you guys on the stream.
Yeah, peace out.